Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
Hey, a good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, live right here on EdmontonSportsTalk.com, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts, although on the podcast it's not live. Tom Gazzola, Jasmine Sidhu, and Matt Iwanyk with you here on your clear choice for Edmonton sports. As it is an Oiler game day, Oilers, Bruins coming up 5 o'clock tonight out in Boston, where recent history, the Oilers have a lot of success. Prior to that, not a lot of success for a very long time.
Like 20 years.
20 years of bad.
Yeah.
But, because we had it on the Oil Stream on Friday, or you had it on the Oil Stream on Friday, it's like recently, like over the last, like, there's 7 of 8 or something like that in Boston or something like that.
Yeah, since 2015, or 2015, I should say.
So they have turned it around.
They have turned it around in Boston.
So we will get to that GCLD's Oil Stream pregame show, 4 o'clock today. Tommy and Hernan will get you covered for that game. And to those in the nasty chat going, what's TGL? Because I said, we're going to talk some TGL today.
Yeah, we are.
It's the new golf league. I don't know if it's what it stands for. It could stand for the Golf League. But it is the Rory McIlroy Tiger Woods Virtual Golf League, which launches today.
Yes.
And I'm actually very excited to watch this and see
I'm
how
curious.
It goes.
Oh.
And I just showed Jasmine the new TaylorMade QI35 driver.
Ooh.
It was sexy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That matters. I will say this: a bad-looking driver, like when
It
you
gets
look
in your
down
head.
on the driver, you want something that you want to look at. Otherwise, they'll mess with you.
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
completely mess with
It's
you.
very true.
Tomorrow's Golf League, it stands for.
Actually?
Tomorrow's Golf League, yeah.
Well,
Because it's supposed to be the
interesting.
way of the future.
Okay. To those that have done sim golf and understand this, or I feel like they'll understand this. I was watching, it was Ken and Ivanka went down, and there's a media junket. It's crazy that they still have those, and nice to see a little nod to the past, or an odd nod to the past, pardon me. And I think they had Ricky Fowler one-on-one, and Ricky was doing a demonstration, and every shot I have seen these guys take on the TrackMan or whatever system they're using, they're coming up short. And I don't know, I'll put it out there to our listeners and our viewers. Like, when you guys play, and girls play sim golf, do you find with the TrackMan, a lot of your shots come up short?
When I was playing virtual golf, I felt mine went longer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
I would take a club out, and I'm thinking this is my distance, and it would go past what I was going. I was like, oh,
is that a
why can't I do
calibration
this
issue?
on the...
Because every shot I saw that, like, Ricky Fowler, and then they had Rory, and I think Tiger was doing it too, it was coming up short. I'm like, wait, maybe I'm not the only one.
That's a really good question.
Or maybe
It must
I'm
be a
just bad at
calibration
golf,
thing.
which is true. I am.
Well, but like, I guess when you're on a real course, like, the conditions matter.
of course.
How much does the technology play into, a more lush fairway or something like that? Then I'm assuming the players are already taken care of. The other thing to that is, like, I don't know how much practice they've had with this sim. Before a golf tournament, they're there for a couple of days, walking the course, playing the course, marking the course down to figure out their yardages, to figure out what clubs to use on that specific course.
Right, yeah.
Maybe they haven't done that yet, and they're just going based on, okay, well, I should use this club on 170, but really they should be playing at 180, and if they had a chance to play that hole multiple times, they would have known that by now or something. Maybe.
So maybe it's even the field. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
they're in the same boat as us, the hackers,
I'm
and their field too. And their
yes.
field
Well,
too.
that's everyone comes a little closer. We will get to it a little bit later, because I will dive in. It's the match format's so wild, and we will get to that or so.
Jasmine
But
is enthralled by this.
I know. Well,
I'm talking to nasties.
you could watch it on Sportsnet tonight, so you could do like almost a doubleheader. I don't know what time that one starts. I think it's like 7 or something like that. But I'm personally very excited about this. I know Josh Clausen is very excited about this. I should text him to see how pumped he is today and which team I'm going to have to pick a team. I'm going to jump on a team, I think, because they have the various teams. So they've got the Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, Los Angeles, New York, and the Bay teams.
Right.
I got to see who's on each of those teams. Oh, there we go. Rosters. Who do I want to support? Oh, it didn't break it down on this. Okay, I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna dive in fully on one team. Maybe get some merch.
Wow. So excited.
I am. I'm actually like this because this was supposed to launch last year.
Right.
And it got delayed. I can't remember why it got delayed. Maybe it was construction. And now it's happening this year. And I don't like I am a golf fan. So the idea to get that extra day, like on a Tuesday night, it's a singular day of the week. You still get your golf on the weekends to watch whatever this with crowds. I'm fascinated to see how it plays
neat.
out. Sportsnet at noon today has a TGL golf preview. So apologies to two guys and a goalie, but I will be tuned into the golf preview.
Are you on it today? On two guys?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm getting a
Never mind.
wheel alignment.
The golf preview is also on at 6 o'clock. So I could watch it at 6 o'clock, and then the New York and the Bay teams meet at 7.
Look out.
I can't wait. Boom. What else is there to watch? That doesn't matter. It's all about TGO.
Well, there is an Oilers game at 5.
Yeah, at 5, which is nice. It's a
We
good
just
time.
confirmed Emily Benjamin out of
nice.
Boston for a pregame show. So
Cool.
She's a good reporter out there. Who's she with? Is she
NHL.com now.
She's with NHL.com now.
She was. Who's she
I know
with?
she-
The Athletic?
Well, that's what I was wondering if she was with Athletic or not, but I think she used to be with Boston Globe. Was
Boston
she?
Globe. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I see your girl, Jackie Redmond.
Yep.
Yeah, she was on Raw yesterday.
She's killing it on
Yeah.
WWE.
She's great.
Jackie is
Yeah.
awesome. Like, she's a good friend, like a friend. But she's a sweetheart. She's a great broadcaster, and I turned into a fanboy with the wrestling stuff. And there was was it Naya that would always like give her a hard time in interviews, and I didn't like that. She was treating Jackie poorly on the show, I think like a year or two ago. And I know there's a script involved and there's storylines and stuff like that. And I said to her, I'm like, what's up with that? And I actually brought her on the Rink Report one day during the playoffs.
Yeah, I've listened.
And
that's what I say.
she
Yeah.
reposted it. And then Naya got in on it and she was talking smack. And I was like, I'm intimidated because she's like, she doesn't matter. But then Jackie told me, she's like, no, she's a sweetheart. We're good friends. I was like, oh, okay, thank God. Because Jackie is she's lovely. I get very excited when I see Jackie because she's great. And I'm very happy for her success.
Yeah, she's thriving. I
She's
was like, look at her
she's
on
killing
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch part of Raw?
Okay, so here's the thing. Because of our discussion yesterday about WWE, I kind of got excited and like that kid in me came back out. So I did actually tune in. I tuned in, but I fast forwarded. Like I didn't watch it live. The Rock came out right away. Did you? I know you didn't have Netflix. Did you see anything? No?
No.
Ugh, did
I
you-
saw the Hulk
I didn't
Hogan getting
watch.
booed. That was it.
Yeah.
And it made me happy.
Yeah, he got booed. So The Rock came out. That was cool. The highlight for me was Travis Scott. You guys even see clips on X with Travis Scott smoking a big fat doob. Okay, and then then Pat
on Raw?
McPhee was like, he was calling it sage. he's like Travis
Oh.
Scott. He's out here with the sage, and then I think he tried to take a hit of it when
Pat McAfee?
yeah, I think guys quote like the nasties. If you watched it, like wasn't he like give me a piece of that, and then like Travis didn't hear him and he kept walking and he's like, okay, I'll see you later.
Travis Scott, you said?
Yeah,
Okay,
but I
wanna
thought
see if I can
that
find
intro
videos of
was
this.
wild, and like man, that Intuit Dome is something else.
It
It
looks
has
cool.
to be on our bucket list. Like
What is what?
Chris G went to it.
yeah, a lot of nasties went to it.
Into it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, there's some
Cass-
smoke in the blunt. So I see that. Well, now I want to see the
you know, listener Cash.
He's like,
He was-
can I get on
he
that
knows
stage?
someone with the Warriors, or he's related to someone with the Warriors and works at Intuit Dome.
Wow.
He said they're coming to town, so maybe we should get them on. I
Wow.
haven't followed up. I'm sorry.
Let me
Cash.
know. I want to be on that show. I want so many
All yours.
questions. But like the light shows, the lasers, the smoke, like if Raw wasn't insane before, wow, yesterday was crazy. Like what a venue to be at. And I think because it was after the Golden Globes, there's lots of celebrities there too.
yeah, well, I saw that there was a very Topanga was there.
Yeah, she was.
nice.
Macaulay Culkin or
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
McCulkey.
He was there. Kay Adams from the NFL.
She's great too. Actually,
She was there. Like a lot of the so there was some celebs, quite a
Yeah.
bit I saw there.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Michael
is a
Che,
major
our
Raw.
boy.
This is a major Raw. Like there was apparently like very important, but it's also the lead up to Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's
Because not all Raws are like this.
right.
There are specific ones. Like I think.
Undertaker. He was there yesterday.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. He was there with the women after the women fight, the girl fight, which I didn't know their names, but it was that was a good match. Had to
They're
watch
good.
that. Got to support the girls.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, no longer
Undertaker,
called divas.
They're no longer called divas. Okay.
I believe that they're the women's wrestlers and stuff because back in the day they were called the divas.
Yeah,
that's
Now
right.
I don't believe they're called
That's right.
divas anymore. But yeah, like there's certain Monday, like is Monday after Royal Rumble big deal?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Absolutely, it is.
Because now it's like the lead up. That's the launch of the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then the Monday after WrestleMania is a big deal. Those
Yeah,
are like some
they
of the
always
big,
are.
massive Raws.
Yeah. It's the follow up.
Yeah.
tying
And
up
it
loose
launches
ends.
the next storylines type
Exactly.
thing and all of that. And but this one, because it was Netflix #1, I think they wanted to go all out to make it like this big boom, we're here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. It was a big boom for sure. John Cena, I think this is his last season or
Yes.
something.
Yeah, he's retiring.
They called it a season. Yeah.
Last year
Last
or whatever.
year.
Yeah, as the Bane
Yeah.
guy. He'll be back. He'll have his cameos like The Rock does, I'm sure.
I like that they do that. Like, I don't care for Hulk Hogan and the person that he is, but it always is neat to see him. Although yesterday somebody screen grabbed the closed capturing and he came out and it said crowd booing. I'm like, okay, good.
With the American flag and stuff.
Brian Cheeseman in the Nasty Chat. No better time to
Jeez.
start watching the road to WrestleMania. Does that include now, like leading to the Royal Rumble or right after Royal Rumble? I'll throw that your way. And Brian, if you want on the Hangout, shoot me a text.
Yeah, and
If you still have my number.
and Cheese, I need to fix my SI joint. So now that you're back in town,
But thanks for listening.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
welcome home.
No, so it's I'll be intrigued to see how much still attention WWE gets. I think it'll go back to normal now.
I'm curious how this Netflix thing goes for it. I'm sure it's going to be great. Huge deal. What'd you say? 500 million? 5 billion?
I think it's 500 million a year.
500
I
million
thought
a
it
year.
like my cousin and I were looking at it over
500
Christmas.
million a year.
Netflix, which is pretty small to a degree.
But what was it getting on?
$5 billion for rights to show Raw and other WWE programming, and I think it was a 10-year deal.
Wow.
Dang, 10 years.
10 years. So that's where. But like, you think, what is the National Hockey League deals? Like they're getting, what was it from ESPN? They're getting over
It's about-
5 from ESPN.
Yeah, and I think it's around 5 from Rogers still, so it's about $1 billion. But that pales in comparison to the other sports.
And like
leagues.
TNT's like 250 or something like
Yeah.
that. But so like 500 overall. It's almost to a degree a little bit on the lower end
But,
of
okay, so
broadcast deals.
what's-
Because this is Raw and all programming, which I think includes pay-per-views.
Okay, but then they must. That doesn't make sense then,
Why?
because you would think that this would be more lucrative for the WWE, unless it puts more eyes on the product and then they sell more merchandise.
It's probably more than they were getting from just a Monday Night Raw deal.
Okay,
I would assume. I would assume whatever USA Network was paying them, because I think that's where it's moved
that's
from.
where they were.
I believe so. I bet that USA Network was not paying close to $500 million.
Yeah, that's okay.
So they're getting the bump there. But then they also had to shut down the WWE Network. Because that is,
Right.
they spent years building the WWE Network.
Yeah.
And they were like one of the first to really kind of do that as a league or whatever. And now that's all just moved to Netflix. And the infrastructure, like all those subscriptions go away type thing.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know that NHL Network / NHL.com, all of that's owned by MLB?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wild.
That I
Why?
remember that because MLB bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
they
business,
created the MLB TV and stuff, like the infrastructure they have around what they built with that is actually pretty solid, apparently.
They're
Yeah,
in,
actually, I've seen that when you go to the States, right? They'll have it on their TV guide,
yeah.
the MLB channel.
Yeah.
I think,
and there's NHL Network. I go
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
and
You
see
could
all
get
that
MLB
thing, yeah.
here,
Yeah.
I believe, on certain, I think Rogers, like out east at one point had it. I don't know if Rogers brought it out here when they've taken over Shaw.
Yeah. And well, NHL Network, they run a couple of shows now on Sportsnet. I think Sportsnet is running out of content ideas.
That is Sportsnet finding, oh, we
Yeah.
could cover some content and not have to pay. Awesome.
Yeah,
We'll
or
take whatever
minimal
you
price.
guys have.
Yeah, exactly. But NHL Network and MLB Network are in the same facility. They share a lot of hosts. I go on NHL Network, but like I'll tell people, yeah, I did NHL Network. They're like, where is that?
Yeah, we don't have it in Canada.
We
It's
don't
in the
have it in
States
Canada.
only,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird,
Mhm.
unless you have
That's weird.
an IPTV, which for those that
But
know, they know.
It's funny. People like friends down in the US will like be at a bar and they're like, look who's on. And I'm like, yeah. And people here, I don't know what you're talking about.
The EST Hangout, it is presented by Sentinel Storage, who are Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades of helping Canadians through life's transitions. Right now, Snowy Savings is on first 4 weeks free, plus free cancellation. Go find a convenient location nearest you online at sentinel.ca.
Was Pat McAfee always the host, or was this his?
No,
first
he's
gig
been,
yesterday?
I believe he's been around WWE for a while now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so he's always called the matches.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know he's been doing things on the broadcast for a period of time.
Oh, he's killing it, hey? He's like living the dream life. This guy goes from like Peyton Manning's punter to where he is now to have his like, I think the most viewed show on ESPN.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Ridiculous amount of money.
Ridiculous amount of money to now.
Oh, here we go. I found some. So he had been on WWE but left. He returned on December 14th to call Saturday night's main event, and it was confirmed he would return to full-time commentary yesterday. So that was a return for him.
Oh, he was great. He was so.
He's entertaining.
Yeah, and his voice, like I'd love him. Unlike Tom Brady's voice, like Pat McAfee, he's an entertainer.
He was getting ripped by Colts fans or Colts players because his luxury suite at the last Colts game this season
it was empty.
was completely empty.
Yeah. Wow.
Good. They should rip
Yeah.
him for that. At least send people. Although it does cost him. The bill goes to him.
He still paid for it,
Yeah, exactly.
but no one was there. There was a player, I think it was a captain of the Colts, went to go shake one box's hand, and then he went to Pat McAfee's and did a fake shaking with no
That's
one
funny.
in there and ran away.
That's funny. Yeah, he's good. And I don't know if people saw the Paul Bissonnette fight at the Houston's restaurant in Scottsdale.
Mhm.
Pat has had him on a lot over the couple years, and he teed up Paul very well. And I know they get along and they're buddies, but McAfee's show is highly entertaining. I have
And he
to
likes
say,
hockey.
he loves hockey.
He does. And I appreciate when he puts out a map because as we know, Americans don't know anything about countries or geography.
Well, they struggle with those things,
Right?
Yeah.
So I like that he'll I remember during like our Stanley Cup run, he would like zoom in on Edmonton and be like, this is where it is. So
Yeah.
like he's versatile, has a lot of good guests. And
I like how he
keeps it real.
swears. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he
So-
swears. He's the only one that's allowed to do that,
on
right?
ESPN. I think so.
I'm assuming it gets bleeped out on ESPN. Like it's on a delay.
Oh, that's another thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, but was swearing bleeped out on Raw yesterday, Nasties?
Probably not.
I think it was.
Was
Some words weren't like the S word or the B word, but I think the F word was.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, I was like, why? It's Netflix.
I guess because any kid could log in and press play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to follow the same rules as what is it? The FCC? Is it the FCC? I can't remember what it is.
It's the
down south.
equivalent of the CRTC,
Yeah,
which
but theirs is they're actually powerful down there. But I don't think they would fall into the same regulations that they would have. Like you could get away with swearing whenever you want
That's
on Netflix,
weird.
whereas like on TV, I know in Canada for sure. Like you could have swearing after 9 o'clock, I believe, or something like
yeah.
that.
Oh.
Like I'll watch Much Music with South Park or something, and the
Oh.
swears are there after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
same with Rick and Morty.
But if you're watching it, like if you throw it on the weekend or something, if it used to be on, it maybe not be there. Like there's a time period where you can get away with allowing it.
Mhm.
I don't know if I don't think Netflix would have to fall into those regulations.
think
So
so.
that would be maybe if that's what they're doing like with us here at EST, where we don't actively swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we could.
You can. We highly frown upon.
Yeah,
I
like
know.
it's
So I won't.
if it slips, it slips. But it was one like we understand. Like okay, the Nielsen show, people listen in their cars with their kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And the
yeah.
moments we start allowing, the
Yeah.
F-bomb every third word or whatever,
Yeah.
that dad's gonna or mom's gonna message us like, I can't listen to you guys anymore. Sorry. And then we lose people. So that's where it's like
absolutely.
we've gone with. So I wonder if Netflix is doing the same type of thing here where it's like, okay,
Could be.
we don't want there's a lot of like we all watched it when we were kids. So kids watch it.
Yeah.
Is that their way of, okay, we want to make sure that parents don't shut this off. We will bleep out certain words.
Yeah. We had dental offices, elementary school offices when we launched asking like, are you guys going to be swearing now that you're not on an AM dial? And we're like, no, it's the same kind of, but we have had some slip.
It's like when I first started here a couple months ago, I talked to Maddie. I'm like, sometimes when I'm talking, I'll pause at points and then I don't know what I'm going to say next because I was going to swear. So then I'll just have to like pick another word. And that's why sometimes I'll talk slower just to make sure I don't slip up. But I'm working on the whole swear wolf thing.
Swear wolf.
Well, it's just crazy because think about like WWE when it was WWF when we were growing up. It was so R-rated. Right?
Oh, so it was ridiculous.
It was.
It was ridiculous what we watched.
It's like, why can't it be like that now that it's on Netflix? Like, I'm down to watch if it gets a little bit more.
They pushed
R-rated.
so much in the late 90s, early 2000s.
As we talked about yesterday, like the Whole Train and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
The Godfather.
Yeah. Like, such good stuff.
Mark Henry sexual chocolate. Val Venus comes out in a towel. Degeneration X. Like I was.
There's Vince
11.
cheating on his wife with like, all of that happened. Like
Stephanie McMahon, like
Trish Stratus. Yeah.
the mud fights or whatever they were called, where the divas would go in and they'd get in there or like. It was ridiculous what they did.
Ridiculous.
But it was a glorious time at the same time. Like you had also, it was. Maybe it wouldn't have worked if like there was also like we had some of the best storylines happening at the time. It was Stone Cold versus Vince. It was Stone Cold versus The Rock. It was The Rock and Stone Cold versus DX and all of that. Like all of that stuff was happening, and it was the height. I would think of wrestling, and maybe that was the height while all that chaos was happening. That if it was just that chaos, maybe it would have been like this is kind of stupid.
Yeah,
but it was also like a mix of the best of wrestling storylines ever with the chaos that it was, which was wonderful.
A confluence of freight trains all coming together at the same time.
Did you yesterday? You said you're like, oh yeah, like social media, whatever, kind of ruined the surprise. Did you know The Rock was going to come out yesterday?
I heard about it.
Oh, that's why. Because when he came out, I'm like, damn it, Maddie ruined this. Otherwise, I would have been like, whoa, you ruined it for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's
Point proven.
That's the thing. You hear about these things, and then it's like, ah. So, and it was like when that music would hit, it was you lose your mind. So,
I also didn't know that TKO Group is it TKO Group that owns WWE and UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I had no idea
that they own both.
Yeah,
it happened last year.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that was a big deal. Was it UFC bought WWE or WWE bought UFC?
I think it was UFC first. I think.
Yeah.
If my memory is correct, which often it's not in these things. TKO, which is a professional wrestling holding. Let's see when they bought each other.
Can I read this text in the meantime?
absolutely.
From Pizza Boy. It says, the best part of Raw yesterday was when McAfee said to Dom Mysterio, I don't understand you. I don't speak bitch.
Yeah, that's right. That was awesome. That's very funny.
That's funny.
That was a good storyline too. And then at the end, he I guess he's a gold digger because he's some dirtbag. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I guess I'm kind of glad I did.
Oh, so it was a direct merger of WWE and UFC. That's how just the top of Wikipedia, it says that there was this TKO grouping created by Endeavor as part of a merger between WWE and Zuffa, the parent company of UFC. Following the completion of the merger, both UFC and WWE operate as divisions under the banner TKO.
Okay. I have to say, when UFC was here in November, that was such a well-run machine. It was very impressive how regimented, how easy it was to deal with the UFC people, how good the fighters were after their matches or their fights. That was just a very well-oiled machine. And remember, we had Thug Rose in here. Mm-hmm. She was great. She was awesome. I was rooting for her, even though I was supposed to be impartial that night. And it was wild. And I can't believe how few media people were actually there. There was like 3 guys that were that are clearly on the tour with them. They all had their own cameras. They were all live streaming the press conferences. and they were just firing off all the questions. And it was me and Tichkowski. And then I saw, was it a guy from Global for like 10 minutes? And that was it. And then I went and watched. And then those guys that have been to probably a million UFCs that were sitting front row, press row in the Oilers Hall of Fame room, which they turned into the media center, they sat there the whole time. And they were like typing away. And then when I got to watch, like we had the front table, and I was just like, this is amazing. And I mean, like, I'm not coming back with a UFC report the next day. I come on the show and I talk about it. I'm still technically covering it, but I was just like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. So well done. And I'm imagining that if this TKO parent company, I'm guessing WWE, pardon me, is the exact same. Like, it's probably.
I would love to go behind the scenes of a WWE show, because largely, like, everything is to a T. Like, if you see another camera, it's more often than not because they want you to see that other camera for a reason. Things are hidden. Like, everything is so on point. They look after everything. I would love to see how a production of a WWE show goes behind the scenes. Yeah, all of it. That's one of the things I'd be so fascinated about. But just to the UFC, where, like, not a lot of media now. Like, if you're not the Oilers, it's tough in this town to get media coverage because there's so few media in this city.
Oh yeah,
and that's just UFC comes once every now a couple of years or so. And that's all you can get for it. Now, like, you're the Elks, you're the Oil Kings, you're anybody else. It's hard to get the media because there's just not a lot. Whereas if that was in, if we had the same media as we had in even the 2000s, let's say, there would be somebody from the Journal, somebody from the Sun, the TV networks would out, or the TV or probably would have sports
City,
people there.
Sportsnet, TSN,
Global,
CTV,
CTV,
Global,
CBC. They'd all be there.
Yeah. Shaw sometimes would show up.
I miss Shaw TV. I miss good cable access.
Do you remember Help TV? I would watch it on Shaw.
I don't remember
It
Help
was
TV.
Melissa Dominelli. I went to high school with her. She was a couple grades older, but who's the guy? Rob Tweedle that we worked with. At Bell. He was on there. He was great.
It was always great. I loved Shaw TV. I miss cable access, but that was like. That it would have been so much different. So, but that's just the case of what we have covering that a big event like UFC comes to town. There's not a lot of people to fully cover it.
It was me and Titch, and then the one guy from Global briefly, and he took off.
And Zach was in the seats.
Zach was watching it.
I was working here that day.
You
I was
had
doing
your
so much
pass
stuff here.
and your name.
I know. That's because I accidentally applied for credentials. I didn't mean to.
It's so easy to apply for credentials.
Yeah, I did it by mistake, and I got a credit.
Yeah, you did. They called me Tony.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to wear a mustache that day.
Oh, you're gonna be me?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is a text from a 403 number with no name.
Out of Calgary.
Yeah, but thank you for listening. Hit the like, by the way. Vince sold the company for $2.2 billion to TKO right before the second set of lawsuit allegations came to light in the news tablets, which then TKO completely pushed him out and erased him from all of WWE.
Wow.
As some people would say, he got the crisp Benoit treatment.
Really?
Scrubbed him out?
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And then I know you guys aren't going to read this, but I have to. Corey B said, Sable with the nipple pasties.
I remember that.
I do too.
Oh, Sable, man.
I do too. Yeah, and she was stunning.
And in Mr. McMahon, the documentary, for those who haven't seen it, it actually says she sued and then came back to the company. I remember when she was in Playboy, and that was such a big deal.
Yeah, that was huge.
A few of those women, like from the women fighters, they would go into the Playboy thing, and it was just a huge deal.
Why not?
I think China was in.
Yeah, she was.
She had a very sad,
sad
ending and a tough life. Oh,
the ninth wonder of the world.
Yeah.
No.
She was very intimidating.
Yeah,
she died.
passed away.
She went down a slippery slope.
Yeah,
she was doing
addiction,
adult content.
Yeah, pornography.
Yeah. That's too bad.
She was great. Like really good role model. Like
she's one of the first women actually wrestling.
Yeah,
you didn't want to mess with her.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with her.
She was married to 123
Triple
Kid,
H?
aka Six.
Oh, okay.
Tupac. Those were his names, and then he was from Degeneration X, and he I think it was an abusive relationship too, if I remember correctly. He wasn't that great
Whereas
for her.
Triple H and Stephanie are going strong. He was there last night too.
Who, Triple H?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he runs the
He
company.
runs it.
Oh, well, sorry. I'm getting filled in here. Thank you.
What's his name? Paul Levesque?
Yeah, something like that.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
He completely runs it. Like after
yeah.
the big pay-per-views, he has a press conference where he speaks to the media and
What
stuff.
about that guy that looks like Ken? The Ken Barbie? I thought he's like,
What guy looks like Ken
Oh,
Barbie?
Cody Rhodes?
yeah.
Oh,
He came back to WWE.
because Cody
from
Rhodes went to, was he AEW?
Because he's like some,
X-Pac,
they
not
like
Tupac.
thanked him
Sorry, Cody B.
there for,
Yeah, he was known for his time with AEW, where he was a executive vice president and co-founder when the company was founded in 2019 until he left in 2022 because he went back to WWE. Yeah, he went back to WWE, and that's the thing I love about the WWE is that there was TNA wrestling would launch or AEW, these other ones,
Yeah.
and they'd start getting big or something, whatever. But whenever the WWE wanted a fighter that left them, whether they fired that person or that person left on their own, when the WWE wanted them back, they'd come back.
Yep.
They'd always come back. And there's Cody Rhodes as an example. He created something, but the WWE brings him back.
Is ECW still a thing?
No, I don't believe so.
But AEW is big,
He was big.
and now it's not.
AEW, by all accounts, competed, if not was better than WWE for a period of time.
Wow.
More people enjoyed AEW than WWE. They were back to almost, I think, the roots of just the wrestling and things like that. I don't believe they still have that same status anymore.
Okay.
I think they've jumped the shark.
Because ECW was kind of like the minor league system of WWE. It almost felt like, even though it was its own entity, right?
Well, it initially was its own entity
Yeah.
where it was like no rules,
Right.
and extreme wrestling and
Yeah,
all that,
yeah,
and like wild stuff. And then WWE got it. And then I don't know what they did fully with it. I'm trying to see if I can
Folded it,
find here.
probably.
The original ECW was 92 to 01. I'm assuming that's when they got bought by WWE. And then WWE did some stuff with it for a period of time, but I don't think ever fully created it again.
Mm.
Oh, they had it, WWE ECW from 06 to 10.
That's right. Okay.
So they did have it for a period of time that way.
Jason and Leduc says, anybody see Travis Scott smoking a bling while accompanying Jay Uso to the ring on Raw last night? Then Pat McAfee asked for a hit
See?
as they came by the announcer desk. Netflix going back to the Attitude Era. Yeah, you were
I
talking about
I
that.
just mentioned that, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how does that feel, Jasmine?
Har.
How does that feel?
Legit, right? Yeah, and he kept calling it Sage, which is hilarious. But yeah, to have like Travis Scott, if you've been to his like concerts or seen them online, like he brings the energy up as well. And just like I think Theme was the song choice, and it was just wild. It was whoever got to attend that, man, that's something you should do in your lifetime.
Go to a WWE show?
Into it though. Like
I think actually just go to a WWE show.
Yeah, I mean
They're
I'm gonna
fun.
go next time here.
They are fun.
100%.
Because the people that go to it, they're there to have a fun time. And
Absolutely.
the crowd's part of it.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to, you don't have a stick up your, you know what? Like,
Yeah.
it's a blast.
Yeah.
You get involved. The crowd gets involved. They're just fun.
My best friend San, she's the biggest WWE and WWE, like growing up, biggest fan. So she always goes to those. But I'm always out of town, so she says they're unreal. Oh, I can't wait. I'm down next time for sure.
They're not coming.
Pat McAfee he's a busy guy. He also does college football games too, right?
College game day,
College game day.
which is Saturday mornings.
Yeah, he's making bank right
He's
now.
making big.
Good
Just
for
a
him.
fun life. Fun life.
The college game day is pretty fun to watch
Right.
when I'm awake enough or like have waken up early
Yeah,
enough to
yeah.
watch it. It's fun.
Well, the kick, right? The kick's always the.
But it's also
Yeah.
just a good panel for college football fans. Which yesterday we had the FCS championship game between Montana State and North Dakota State. North Dakota State winning. It was a great football game. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That was a great football game. It was highly entertaining. I was rooting for Montana State. They couldn't get it done.
Oh, that's too bad.
But it was like Montana State was down 21-3 at half, I think.
Didn't
And they got it
Lule-
right there, and it was awesome.
Lule played at Montana State.
A lot of CFLers come from that area.
Yeah. Singleton played at one of those colleges.
University of Montana, the Grizzlies, I think them is where Dave Dickinson's from. I think he was University of Montana.
And then North Dakota. Who's the quarterback in the NFL that came from North Dakota.
Oh, geez. I know who you're talking about.
Not Wentz, is it? Maybe.
North Dakota State.
I know Reed and Jay were talking about it last night on the show.
Because they are FCS champs. Like, they've won 10 titles since, like, 2011 or something like that. Who's famous alums? I'm looking for the QBs here. Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. That's
Trey
right.
Lance was it.
Yeah.
And Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Christian Watson of the Packers, who's now injured. He's from there. It's just... it was an exciting football game, and they've done the playoffs longer. They've been doing the playoffs for quite a long time, but it was a fun football game to watch yesterday. So if anyone watched it, awesome. If you didn't watch it, you actually missed out on a good game. Lule is a Bobcat, says Lieutenant Eric. Which Montana is that then?
He's
I don't
not
think you
answering.
can hear. Travis Lule. He played, so he's Montana State. Yeah, so that's the Bobcats yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't realize that was the Bobcats. I
I,
guess I didn't focus that
I
closely
didn't
enough.
know either, but now you know.
It's a great game.
You know what else was on yesterday? That was a great game. Nasties, I see your comments, okay? The Canucks and Canadians
Oh, too bad for those
on Prime.
Canucks, huh?
Yeah, did you watch? Did you guys
No.
get a chance to tune in on Prime to watch?
I didn't even
I was
turn
watching
on my
FCS
TV.
championship.
Yeah, I know you were. Well, obviously, I had to watch a little bit of the game.
Did you get into Irf Gaffar and Jeff Patterson's post-game show and troll them?
Yeah, you know what? I started following Patterson yesterday.
He's good. He's
Yeah,
a
he is
great.
good.
He's a great broadcaster.
Yeah. So as you guys know, I always talk about my cousins being all Canucks fans, and so their group chat was like going off, and then I tuned in the third period, and Canucks blew it. They blew a 3-1 lead, and yeah, Canadians won in overtime. So that was an entertaining game. Obviously, I was rooting against the Canucks, nasties. Funny jokes, I see you. They were saying that I was too busy cheering for the Canucks when Raw was on.
Well, you talk a lot more about the Canucks than other teams here.
I don't know why. I told you I'm just being obsessed with them lately.
Because
You love the
I
drama.
love the
sometimes
drama.
you just need to, it's tough to come to terms with the fact that you're a fan of that
Get out of
team.
here. Get out of here.
Uh-oh, you traitor.
No, it's
She cheers for both.
it's like
She wants them to both have
I
fun.
do not cheer for both. It's just something that's in my life. Like it's just so why
Yeah.
not? That's
The
why I
Canucks
follow
are part of your life.
They are, unfortunately. They always have been my whole life. So.
As you've
Oh,
been
okay.
a fan for your whole life.
No.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have
Get
to
outta
lie to
here.
us.
It's a
It's
safe
like-
space.
it's
It's a
like-
safe
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, it's like a Calgary fan living in Edmonton. You know,
Even people in Calgary don't like the Flames. I was on Pat Steinberg's show last year, and he's like, Tom, I know this is called Flames Talk, but it always seems like we all end up talking about the Oilers because I think 60% of Calgary is Oilers fans. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
it's awesome.
And now you might be stretching the truth and being somewhat facetious, but there might be an ounce of truth to what Pat was saying.
They're everywhere, the Oilers fans. I know they're in Vancouver. I've never seen it like this before.
There's a Oilers bar, the
Yeah, I
Black
know.
Frog.
I go there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. Yeah.
They've got a history. It's not a lot of teams that have more Stanley Cups than the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, I mean, like, there's always been fans there, but now, even with McDavid, because now they're just a bunch of McDavid fans.
Yeah, that's
Right,
true.
so-
That happens.
Yeah. It's great, though. Love to see it.
Big Uke. I'm starting to think Jazz doesn't even have family in Vancouver, just goes to watch games in person.
Oh, big you.
Yuki.
I haven't seen her anywhere else in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's
weird.
a Big Uke on a scent here a little bit.
Oh, you
It's all
guys.
coming unglued, Jasmine.
Boston Oilers. Boston, lost 3 their last game?
Don't try to change the subject.
You're going to your second favorite team here now.
Yeah,
Because naturally the Canucks have to come up first before the Edmonton Oilers.
of course.
Oh, my God. I just wanted you to address these comments. That's all. It was bugging me.
We're going to start with the Oilers and then address them after. But no, you got to go to the Canucks because
Holy.
the sore spot has been found. And
Well, there's going to be lots of Oilers talk today. So, wanted to give everybody a break.
going for 4 in a row. Haven't lost in January since 2023. Because they were undefeated last year and so far this year. 2-0 in the month of January.
Yep.
This is to me the big game because Oil Stream 2 guys yesterday, I set up the over-under points in this 5-game stretch, which was the 2 weekend games and the 3 coming up here. at 8.5. Today's the one where, because I took the over. Today's the one that decides whether I think it's going to be hit over or not. To me, they're beating Pittsburgh. I know you were a little concerned about Pittsburgh.
For whatever reason, the Pittsburgh one, I'm leery of for some reason, but I think they'll be okay tonight.
I think if they win today, they're grabbing 10 points.
Ooh, it's juicy.
They're not losing to the Pens or the Blackhawks.
Okay, I want to get that stat on their record.
In Boston?
In Boston, I got it right here. So, like I said, they won in Boston in 1996. 6-0 on November 7th, 1996. They didn't win in Boston again until December 14th, 2015. 3-2 in OT. And since then, they've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 7 visits.
6 of 7.
And 7 of their last 8. So that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
There is an EST parlay Dusty threw up there. Nice number for tonight. We did not hit on. We did not hit last Friday.
No, we didn't.
Leon 2+ points. Bouchard a point. Oilers to win plus 350. It's a nice
That's
little
it.
number.
350.
That's a decent amount.
Yeah.
I took that parlay you made, by the way. Like one only hit out of that. The other day.
Leon
the
shots
Bouchard
hits.
assist.
Yeah.
Leon
Leon
shots
shots.
hits.
Bouchard assist.
Over
Leon
1.5.
scored.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he
but
not?
he needed 2.
No.
Mhm.
Leon needed to score and 3 shots. And he scored
No, it
and
was
he got
3
3
plus.
shots.
He had needed 4.
No, it's so 3+, so 3 or more.
I
It wasn't 3.5.
Yeah, I think it was 3 because
think
that
it was
didn't
3.5
hit. Like that
shots,
didn't
yeah.
glow on my ticket.
Well, it wouldn't have glown on your ticket because they don't do that.
Never mind.
I sprinkled a little on there too, and I'm like, this has no. Actually,
when you're
thought it
doing
had
the
a chance.
parlay, it doesn't go that way. It doesn't show that.
I still gotta get my cool bet going.
Get it going.
Yeah.
I got to double check what that was.
So today's cool bet parlay is what?
Leon 2 points, Bouchard a point, Oilers to win. No, it was Leon. It was a Leon a goal plus 3+ shots, so 3 or more shots.
I thought it was 3.5. Sorry, my
No,
bad.
3. McDavid 2 points did not hit. Nuge assist. I don't believe hit.
He scored. Not.
He scored.
Yeah.
Bouch got an assist though.
Yeah.
And the Oilers did not cover 1.5.
No.
So, but 3 of that hit.
It was an ambitious bet.
Oh, it's big.
On
That's
Friday.
why
We
big
were
odds,
Friday
yeah.
vibing that day.
That's why it was
yeah.
plus
Yeah.
12.25.
Yeah.
Like it was a big number
yeah, and
there.
then I was like so pumped too, so I just had to put that sprinkle in there.
Yeah, it was going to be
I'll-
difficult, but
Yeah.
it-
I'll
The
sprinkle.
return
tonight.
was like 1 to 15 odds, I think. Right? Yeah. By
I
the
think
way,
it was plus 1250. I think that parlay was plus 1250.
12.25.
1225. That's right.
sorry, the Bruins lost. I just wanted to check the Bruins' last 4 games who they played. Okay, so they lost against the Islanders, the Leafs, Rangers, and Caps. And then they won against the Blue Jackets. I'm just saying, statistically, are they going to lose again? And were they at home? They were away.
They lost to the Islanders
Yeah.
on Sunday. I know
At
that.
home. Yeah, at home.
And they had back-to-backs on the weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go. I can't wait.
I'm guessing
Rashawn.
it's an optional skate today. Optional morning.
Yeah, they practiced yesterday.
Do we know who's going to start?
Could
Or-
be Stu.
Yeah, it is. Does he get all 3?
No, I could see Pickard going in Chicago.
You think in Chicago?
Yeah.
So take a little rest between Pittsburgh and then the big game on Monday?
Yeah.
Because Monday is going to be pretty important down at Rogers Place.
Very
Nice,
important.
You know, LA Kings, they're a good team right now this
Mhm.
season.
It's like Edmonton, Vegas, and LA are the 3 hottest teams, or have been for the last like
Mhm.
month and a half.
And they're right at in the both. I think we had it yesterday. They're all in the top 7 in the National Hockey League in terms
Yeah.
of records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th now.
Yeah.
I think someone just leaped yesterday. So it's all right there. I just honestly, just fast forwarding ahead, I do not want Oilers Kings in the first round again.
Why
Just-
not?
Because I don't want it 4 straight years. Give me some variety.
I
Give me
like
something
when
different.
Bernstein comes to town.
If we get Oilers Kings in the second round, sure, I could live with that. I don't want it in the first round again. Give me something different.
I know, right?
I'm tired of
agree.
it.
I agree with you.
Plus, I'm one of those people that goes, as much as the Oilers own the Kings in the playoffs,
Yeah.
to do 4 straight. I find that tough. I find that just
So what?
historically hard to do and based off of nothing, based not on play or anything. I feel like the Oilers are due for then the series loss.
Who cares, man? It's a new year.
I know, but I just thought all of it. No,
man.
no more.
Man.
Come on, it's like Oilers or Kings, get to that top spot in the division. So one of you two, of the two, get up there, so we don't have to see Oilers Kings for the fourth straight year in the first round.
I do think the Golden Knights will hit a bit of a snag at some point, and it'll open the door to Edmonton or LA to slip in.
Yeah, like they're only up 6. I know that 3 games is quite a bit.
Yeah.
But and I'll go specifically because we're in Edmonton. The Oilers can make up 3 games if the Golden Knights slip. Yeah. They're that good. I don't think 6 points is with half a season to go is anything.
2 more games against Vegas, I believe.
Yeah, so like that part, I'm not worried. Like the Canucks, like that's the top 3, barring one of those teams having an epic collapse. The Canucks sitting 6 back of the Oilers, the Flames 8 back of the Oilers. I don't think those teams, especially with the turmoil that Vancouver's going through,
it's lovely.
Have it in them. Like I think for them, 6 points is a little bit more insurmountable to come when you're dealing with the Oilers, Kings, and the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Whereas Oilers, Kings, Golden Knights, that battle, I think it 1, 2, 3 right now. Every combination is still up for grabs with those 3.
Andrew Texan says, I think Pickard has started the last 2 or 3 against Pittsburgh. I think he goes against them and Stu against the Hawks as they seem to not show up against them.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawks are a mess.
I know.
A mess.
I know.
Yeah.
But good point.
We'll see. I mean, good problem to have.
Yeah.
Well, we can ask Murray about that next week. His Hawks being in a complete mess.
He's back.
Collingwood Rob. It'd be nice if the NHL went to 1-8 for conference playoffs. 1v8, 2v7. It would be great for hockey. Okay, now the question, we never saw a true 1v8 in hockey.
No, because...
except I think a period of time. There was a moment in like 78, 79 or something.
I remember that vividly.
Well, but I think somebody brought, like, there was maybe a 1 through 16 or something like that, or a 1 through 8, like a true without divisions. What would we have right now if we had true divisions? Like the old divisions.
Because I heard the boys talking about it on the morning show yesterday as well. This keeps popping up, the 1v8, 2v7. We had that. Mm-hmm. Minus the conference division part. The division leaders would always get 1, 2, 3. Like, it's just, it feels like it's cyclical. And Rick made a great point. He goes, and then it'll change to that. And then people get tired of it after 10 years. And we'll go back to a focus on division rivalries. And they'll play each other 8 times like they did. There was one time, Jasmine, when I was still traveling with the team, that we were in Minnesota like 4 times in a 2-month span. And the Oilers played the Wild 6 times out of the first 36 games after a couple of preseason games as well. Like, it was just like, enough. Let me see the rest of the league.
If we did 1 through 8, Oilers Kings, first round matchup.
There you go.
They are 4-5 right now in the Western Conference. We're back to the Oilers Kings. So that part wouldn't matter. But then, it's I wish they did it like the NBA if they ever went back to that. Because sometimes that 3rd division team doesn't deserve. Actually, I wonder if they would do 3 divisions again, or if you just stick. You could do it right now, where you only have 2 division winners, 1, 2, and everything else. But when they did the 3, sometimes that 3rd division would be trash.
Yeah,
and you'd sit there and be like, one of those 4th team should have a home ice. Should be in the 3. 5 should have home ice.
Yeah.
The NBA actually knocks down if you're like right now. The Lakers are 4th in the conference, I believe, but they are the 3rd division leader. But they get knocked down as peg.
Huh. Interesting.
It's the same, like people are looking at the NFL and going, how were the Vikings at 3 losses going on the road?
As a wild card.
As a wild card.
They're
team.
in LA, right?
They're in LA, which I think they're primed for an upset. When I look at the NFL this weekend, the Ravens, they're 10-point favorites on the Steelers. I don't like that. That scares me. The Ravens Steelers, I don't care that the spread's 10. I don't care that the Steelers are reeling. When those 2 teams meet, it's always scary. And there's very much a chance that the Steelers are going to knock off the Ravens. The Chargers are the favorite over the Texans, which is interesting to me.
So interesting. Like, boringest game. It's like a 4 o'clock game too, I think.
2:30. There's something Texans always get when they host the playoff game that first Saturday at 2:30.
That's right.
It's weird.
That's what I was trying to say.
Bills Broncos. That should be easy. I think the Packers might take down the Eagles.
I do too.
Really?
And yeah, Hurts
I'm not
is
sold on the
injured, I
Eagles.
think. Yeah. I'm not either.
Commanders are beating the Bucks. Even though
You
the Bucks are
think
favored.
that-
Oh, I'm not. I don't know why everyone's
what's
high
the
on the
line
Bucks.
on that one?
It's the Bucks -3. I don't know why people are high on the
I-
Bucks. They like
Mayfield, baby.
They were.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's not good.
Fine. He's good.
He scrambles. So I was watching that game the other day. I won a little bit of money on it.
They've
Boy.
beaten the Saints. They've beaten the Panthers. They destroyed the Chargers. Okay, they've beaten the Raiders. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Giants.
I see.
They beat the Saints. They beat the Eagles earlier this year. They did beat the Lions. They have a couple of decent wins in there. I'm not sold on them. I'm not. Maybe I'm not sold on Baker Mayfield. There's a lot of games that like their division's trash. They got to
It
play.
is.
They got to
I'm
play
not denying
Atlanta,
that.
Panthers, and the Saints 6 times. And they were when they needed a playoff win for like a half. They were blowing it to the Saints.
They really were. I was like, what's going on? Why isn't Mike Evans getting the ball? And then sure enough, he pops off.
And the Commanders with Jaden Daniels they're fun to watch, and they're a good football team. And I think they beat them. And I think the Rams maybe upset the Vikings.
That would be something.
It's Sam Darnold. I'm
You're
not
not a
sold
big
on.
Sam Darnold guy. Hey, he's looking to get paid next year too.
And somebody will pay him, and they'll make a big mistake about it.
So if Rams and Chargers advance to conference finals in the AFC and NFC.
Saw this.
Okay.
I've never
both-
thought of it.
Okay, so both would have home field advantage, meaning both would play at SoFi Stadium in games right after each other. So there would be issues with painting the end zones and team logos in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
That's cool.
This came up on somebody on social media posed this question. I think it might have been Reddit. What would happen if the Rams and Chargers both made the AFC and NFC championship games? Because those games are played back to back on the Sunday.
Huh.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And there's got to be something in the NFL bylaws. There's got to be, because this would be a thing with the Jets Giants too.
Yes.
Jets
The MetLife.
Giants
Yes.
share the same stadium.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
got to be something written
Provision.
that they know what they would do.
They'd have to split
I would,
it.
I would assume it would be a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I think that would be the only thing you could do. Or, well, yeah, I don't even think you could do it. I was going to say maybe you move a game later and one, or like if you played, I think that they're afternoon games. It's like a 2 and a 6. Maybe one game goes at 11, one game stays at 6. You paint the field NFL.
Yeah.
You have a generic
Yeah.
painted
Fair,
field.
Fair.
You then kick everyone out after one game. You get a couple of hours to try to clean it.
Yep.
That turnaround can be done maybe. And then
I think
bring
so.
the night game, or you're going Saturday, Sunday or something. But honestly, when that was posted, I'm like, I never thought of that in my
No,
life.
yeah. And it's like this issue has not arose in 40 plus years.
Has it rose
Yeah.
before?
No, it hasn't.
Oh,
It's
it's
been
just-
over
it's never
40 plus years.
Okay.
It's never. Yeah.
Um,
Well, I guess
Odd-
you never have to worry about with the Giants and the Jets.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly. Heyo.
but oddly enough, a video popped up on Instagram the other day of the changeover from Rams to Chargers.
Yeah.
And it's neat. And like when we had Bruce Simpson in here from William Huff, he described like the paint that they have to use at Commonwealth and how it's different from when they had grass. And they were showing the process. They scrub the field, and then they repaint like the logos and stuff. And I'm like, that's impressive. Like it is pretty neat. But you're right. I think they'd have to go like generic NFL, and then have the end zones something.
And I'm trying to remember. I remember
Neutral.
Kind of, my brain's going to like. I kind of remember seeing a shift from Jets to Giants. What it's like, and like in the stores, it's like it's very quick.
They
for them.
flip like
It's like flipping or something.
they turn the shelves are on like they spin, and it goes from
Jets to
Chargers-
Giants,
Jets to Giants. Yeah,
So I'm assuming that'd be the same in SoFi, and
I
like
guess
that
so.
part would be very quick to do.
yeah,
But I would think, the field, like you'd have to have. We're painting this just generic.
yeah.
It's just going to be NFL across. We can't have anything else because we want to play it on the Sundays.
Yes.
Or it is the Saturday, Sunday situation, which I wonder what the NFL would want it like. Would that launch them doing a Saturday, Sunday, or they just want to dominate Sundays?
Well, they want any day, and they
Why?
get whatever they want.
Mhm.
I did see a conspiracy I don't know if I'd call it conspiracy. Somebody trying to project what's going to happen with the NFL. And when they were going through it, I think they got one thing wrong when they were doing their scheduling. But they mapped out people want the Super Bowl moved to the Saturday because they want to get drunk and not have to worry about work.
But that's the argument we've been making for the Grey Cup.
I know, but the NFL's sticking with the Saturday.
Okay.
They're or Sunday. But this one person went, here's the grand plan they think the NFL's trying to do. They've expanded to 18 games.
Yep.
Or 18 weeks, 17 games. They want to expand to 18 games like the CFL, which would expand the season by another week. They also want to add a second bye week in there, apparently. Which would expand maybe by another week or something like that. Or like the way the NFL, if they get this done, match it up, then the Super Bowl would be played later. And it might be played on President's Day weekend.
Which is a long weekend.
So they play the Super Bowl on the Sunday. On the Monday, it's a day off in the States.
Off.
That we might get to a point where the NFL actually long-term thinking there is like, yeah, we don't need to move it to the Saturday. We'll keep our Sunday. This is ours. We're dominating Sundays, but we will, as we're moving this, we can get it to a long weekend and people will have the Monday off.
That's pretty smart.
That is. I know
Genius.
Yeah. I know Matt's like, he just wants football on every day. I can't. Too much the holidays. It was games on galore. Like
I want it on during football season most days. I love football. It's my favorite sport.
Yeah.
Once Super Bowl's handed out, I'm done. I do not want the XFL, UFL, all that. Like I don't go watch that. I'm done. I'm out till CFL season.
Yeah.
It's now time to watch golf with the majors, NHL playoffs, NBA, my curling, all of that stuff. You'll get used to the curl. The laptop comes in here and I watch curling. Yeah. Brian and Scott every week.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
But it's during the day. Yeah, I want football almost every day of the week. And there is a period of time where you get football every day of the week. There's from like sometime in October to end of November. You get NFL Monday. It's Maction on Tuesday. It's some other college on the Wednesday. You get Thursday night football. Then you get college on Friday. You got college on Saturday. And you get the NFL on Sunday. It's wonderful. Great time of the year. And the CFL's in there too.
Bones texting in says, the Jets and Giants making the playoffs the same year is one of the 7 signs of the apocalypse. Nicely done, Bones.
Too funny, man. Poor Jets fans, especially.
On Shorkoff says, not a conspiracy. Goodell has outright said that's the plan.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, because then I did not know that part. I've never caught that. Okay, well, there you go.
You know who's a Jets fan? Clausen.
Really? Oh, I think I know that.
Oh, who's like, I don't know if he's listening right now. I've been texting him a little bit about TGL. Also won like last year. They're winning the division. Aaron Rodgers goes down. They're still winning the division at the start of this year. They're going to go win this division.
4 and 13.
Goes out there and at one point tweets, I'm done watching this. Next week, watching it. He is very excited about the TGL. He says he's set his PVR just in case he misses any of the episodes. He's pretty excited for tonight.
Right.
By the way, this is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. The official drink of the EST Hangout. It is the Finnish long drink, legend of 1952, a drink unlike any other. Sparkling refreshment, real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada is where you could enter in your post. That one was not. I did not like that one. Where you can enter your postcode and find a liquor store nearest you to get a Finnish long drink. So here's how the TGL. Oh, Clausen, leave my Jets alone.
Aw, yeah, man.
I will, except who do you want as coach? Do you want Rex Ryan back? Sexy Rexy?
The feet fetish?
Is that what he does?
You didn't hear about that?
No. What happened?
Rex Ryan's feet fetish?
Yeah.
Oh, Rex Ryan, like long ago, had it came out, he had a foot fetish or something.
Yeah, foot fetish. Yeah.
TGL. So how this works, it's the Tomorrow's Golf League, which will launch tonight. They play matches. It's 15 holes. They play 15 of 30 holes that were specifically designed through a bunch of partners. And they're virtual holes. They have different nicknames. They're either par 3s, par 4s, par 5s, just like normal. They're inspired by various real world or visually inspired landscape and geographical designs.
Cool.
The selection of holes in order of player designed in advance ahead of each match by TGL's competition committee.
Okay.
Each match is divided into 2 match play style segments between the 2 teams. So the first 9 holes, 3 players on a team compete in an alternate shot format, with the teams determining who goes first, second, third before each hole.
Okay.
So there'll be alternate shot, like team v team for the first 9 holes. And then it's singles holes 10 through 15. Each player plays 2 holes head to head against one person from the other one. So player 1 will play hole 10 and 13, 2 will play 11 and 14, 3 will play 12 and 5. And that's a traditional match play format. Or it's traditional match play. Team earns 1 point for reaching the hole in the fewest strokes. So it's 15 holes. There is a shot clock. There are timeouts. There's something called the hammer. At any point during a play, a team can utilize a hammer to double the hole's value from 1 to 2 points. If the opposing team declines to accept the hammer, they forfeit the hole.
What?
One team is assigned the hammer at the start of the match, and only the team possessing the hammer could utilize it. Once they do so, its possession is ceased to the other team.
Okay, that I'm gonna have to understand.
There is an
I have to
overtime.
see it in action.
If there's a tie after 15 holes, they use a soccer-style shootout with teams alternating team shots until one team is the first to record the 2 closest shots to the pin, and there are refs.
What?
An on-course referee is utilized to supervise play and enforce TGL rules. So that's how it will go.
Oh, okay. I
then
get that.
The venue, so they shoot into a screen, which is called the screen zone.
And it's massive.
It's 53 feet in height by 64 wide.
Yeah, massive.
It's positioned 20 to 35 yards from the 2 shot boxes. A front box for shots 130 yards or less, and back shots 131 or greater. They also have the green zone, which is the green.
And does the green, it does
The
move?
synthetic green and the neighboring real sand bunkers are positioned on 360-degree rotating turntables measuring 41 yards in depth. Under the surface, about 600 motorized actuators adjust the contours and slope to match the hole's dictated layout.
Awesome.
So it does
that is
impact
cool. That is so cool.
They're inside a venue. So it's...
This is neat.
I'm fascinated by this. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
I probably will watch this most games.
The green thing, because sim golf, as you know, if you've done it, the putting is atrocious. But the real green stuff is fantastic.
And bunkers.
And bunkers.
I like
real
that.
sand bunkers.
If you get screwed in the bunker, you're hitting for the bunker. I wonder if they're going to do for roughs.
You can't really do anything.
There's got to be something.
It just on the simulator,
it adjusts for that.
It affects your shot and the power that you get depending on how deep, quote unquote, the rough is.
Yeah, but when it's in the rough, you're not hitting the golf ball properly. You can't strike it properly. Whereas the computer can only adjust for so much.
I think that's kind of one of the gives you have to have with it.
That's TGL. It's coming up tonight after the Oilers
now,
game. Well, you can record it and watch it after the Oilers game. Oilers starts at 5. This starts at 7. Oiler game's done, 7:30. You watch GCLD's Oil Stream pregame, postgame show till about 8:30, 9-ish. Then you throw on TGL. Boom. That's your night.
One thing that I would recommend for TGL is if they allowed the players to drink and have snacks on the course.
That'd be fun.
Like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you go play some golf, you have a beer, drink, or whatever.
Well, if you go golfing, you have beer.
You have a golf. Yeah. And at the turn, you have a glizzy.
I like that because it
or a tube steak.
Yeah.
Pork missile.
change the game a bit, you know?
Yeah.
When they do the team play, match play to the single match play, it's the turn.
Yeah.
They should be able to go get their hot dog.
Go get a glizz.
Josh Clausen wants Aaron Glenn as the head coach of the New York Jets, but he also says he thinks there's a separate surface for the rough.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll find out tonight when I tune into Sportsnet to watch some TGL golf.
LeDuc Aaron says the hitting mats have different lies. Interesting. Okay, this is good then. Bronco Nick says the future of sim golf. Imagine this in the old Northlands Coliseum. I'll just say this because I know people always get bent out of shape about it, and they said that demolition will start. I think in a year or two.
I think it's been delayed now more for like 2 years.
Yeah, and
so we got even longer to wait for
it's
Northlands
ridiculous
to be taken down.
Just let it go. That building does not need to be repurposed. Let's move on. You can enjoy your memories of it. Let's move on.
Well, I saw people online like ripping the city for making a deal with Kate's group, like that they couldn't do things at Northlands. So like there was concerts like they weren't allowed, but it was like the problem with that though is I get that there's something like there should have been competition still, but Northlands still needed renovations.
Yeah, that building was done.
It needed to have stuff done to it, and we weren't as a city. We're not putting money towards that. No. So it's time to tear that down and figure out what we're doing with that whole area and things like that.
Put in a nice neighborhood or whatever. And you know what? Put something in there to commemorate it. But let's move
Put
on.
a plaque in the grounds
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, get over it.
There's the one of the old Atlanta Braves stadium where Hank Aaron played. It's a parking lot. They still have the plates for home, first, second, third that cars park on top of, but it's still there.
Cool.
And the mounts.
Yep.
And there's like just one wall for some reason in the outfield. But it's now just a car park.
Yep.
And you go,
Let's
oh,
move
cool,
on.
this is where the stadium is. And my dad and I were like, oh, look at this. That's pretty neat. Big Uke, Scotties, Four Nations, Fun Spiel. What a day. As Rip City points out, Scotties during the ESP Fun Spiel. I want it cooking because Lieutenant Eric has Scotties starts February 14th from Thunder Bay, Briar Feb 28th from Kelowna. All coming to you very soon. Fun Spiel. Presented by Lloyd Sad Insurance Brokers. We have a title sponsor for the EST Fun Spiel. For those, to Lloyd Sad. I'm
Hopping on
Kevin
board.
from Lloyd Sad
All right,
Insurance
Kev.
Brokers.
Sure.
Feb 15, we will have the Fun Spiel. To Nasty Club members, an email was sent out. You got a week priority of registration if you want in. After that, to all the other Nasties, more information and more details will come on Monday for how you could register if the Nasty Club annual members don't take them all up. But it will be taking place Feb 15th during Canada, US. We will work to have TVs and sound. I will do my best to try to get that going, as well as the Scotties, I guess. It'll be a fun time. Everyone's guaranteed a minimum 4 matches. There will be dinner provided. It works out to $300 a team, which is $75 per person.
It's reasonable.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Are you coming?
Yeah, of course I'm coming.
Good. The Shamrock, Gavin and his wife do an absolutely phenomenal job. That is a fun venue, the Shamrock Curling Club. Good vibes there.
So is there, this will be my first time. Is there a dress code? Like, am I supposed to wear a
Dress
polo shirt or
full
something?
pantsuit.
No, you were on ice.
No, but like, what's the gear? What do you wear?
Like, you're on
Athletic
ice,
gear.
so like
Athletic
Sweatpants
gear.
or-
It gets cold on.
Yeah, like you gotta like,
Okay.
and it's
Or
not like
joggers or something?
it's
Yeah.
not like you're gonna be outside at minus 20, bundle up fully.
Okay.
You'll want some sort of jacket on or some sort.
Okay.
You might want gloves. Some do. Some
Is that
don't.
do,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think these shoes.
Running
are gonna fly,
shoes?
though.
You're gonna want
My
running.
thermos. They're thermos.
You're gonna want like some sort of like I would say running shoes.
Yeah.
I would wear like sweats or something if you can. You can always
Okay.
change out after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Equipment will be provided.
Yeah.
There will be some equipment at Shamrock that people can
Shoes?
use for it.
Is there special
Runner,
shoes?
like
It just
Just
said
run-
runners.
Oh, I'm
Running shoes.
sorry.
Like,
I was concentrating on my thermos.
you and Eric have this type of
Yeah,
shoe.
he has I have North Face on these Adidas ones.
And-
Guys, in Edmonton, get thermos. They're unreal.
Can you wear those outside?
That's what I wear them for outside.
Oh.
But I think some people like to wear them inside too because they're like slipper.
Rick
like.
wears them inside.
Yeah, no, I wear them. I rock them and I get a lot of compliments. So thank you.
But the Fun Spiel is
Yeah.
the first signature event of 2025 for ESD. We have our 4 signature events. That will be signature event number 1.
Yes.
yeah, it's exciting. I love trying new things. So that and a pickled herring later.
Ugh. Are you actually having one today?
Yeah, I want to.
It's not bad, but you don't like fish.
I don't.
So that-
I'm allergic to like.
Oh, right.
shellfish, so.
That's right.
This isn't shellfish.
No, I'm very aware, but I'm just gonna like say I don't like it and say I just make note of the fact that I'm allergic to shellfish.
We should remind each other.
Yeah.
What we're allergic to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am
It's
working
always a
on.
trippery here.
Yeah. Exactly.
As someone who doesn't have allergies, like it's I don't know what it's like. Like
It's great, 'cause I don't
to
like
plan
the-
for things like in. Yeah, I don't know. Okay,
You're not allergic
guess
to
we'll-
dust and grass?
no.
I am.
Really? Yeah, I
Dust
thought
and
everybody
grass?
kind of was. Yeah.
Are you allergic to grass?
Well,
Oh,
when
I'm
you
allergic.
Why
lie
is
on
everyone-
it,
Yeah.
Why?
your
Yeah, but
skin
why?
gets
Why do
red.
you
And
think
you
everyone's
sneeze?
allergic to grass?
I just assumed there's like a common allergy to dust
Yeah.
and grass.
Dust, I understand people sneeze and stuff like that, but I wouldn't think grass was an allergy. a
That's so
common
weird
one.
that you think that we think that that's not common.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't say it was common.
I don't know if it's common. I just
Did you assume it was a common?
This would be a
No,
great
I'm
time to
just
do a
saying I'm
poll.
Exactly. You did.
No, I didn't. You did.
You thought that grass was like this common thing. Maybe I'm off on that
I
one.
don't know. I just thought it was.
I mean,
Well, maybe we should have like a list of. I don't know everything Reed's allergic to.
I did send you my emergency contact yesterday.
You did. You and Jay were the only two to do so far.
No, I read your email.
we don't have an emergency contact list for everyone that's here.
Oh, we kind of should. just in
And so I
case.
thought, that'd be nice to have.
Yeah, literally.
So now I'm creating one.
Yeah,
As the,
good.
As the COO, I'm like, oh, maybe that's
Nothing
on
wrong
me.
with
I should do that.
safety, right?
I should work on that. Lars says, Jazz, wear your Lululemons and EST hoodie. You'll kill and you'll be comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And there is no bottle service.
Ooh.
But
It's a classic.
We can
A
make it happen.
curling bar is wonderful.
it is.
Get pictures of beer, just relaxing time. Get your chips. There's something great about being in a curling rink and just drinking there.
And that one is very, like, Angela and Gavin, like I said, do a great job at Shamrock. And then the commish, Quinn Phillips, was actually slinging drinks there for a little while. And I did the Oilers Bonspiel, the alumni Bonspiel last year. We were live on location for it, actually, for pre and post game. I know I got to talk to Dusty because we might do that again. However, I think the commission wants to play in the fun spiel, but the vibe up there was fantastic. It really was. Older people, younger people, kids running around. Like, it was a great time.
I will throw this out there about the fun spiel presented by Lloyd Sad Insurance Brokers. I think there's only 10 spots.
Really?
That's all I have.
Wow.
But it's only 16 teams. I have a couple reserved for like our sponsors, like Lloyd Sad.
Yeah.
We'll have a team in this. Kevin will be there.
Tell me the Myers are going to be a part of this.
I haven't talked to Ryan about that or anything.
Because they're really into curling.
And then EST, we'll have a couple of teams for us that will be a part of it. So I think like 10 to 11 teams, I think all I have room for, because this isn't like 36 teams or whatever like that. So you'll want to jump in quick. And you don't have to have played before. That's the fun part. That's why it's a fun spiel.
Should I do
fun.
lunges and like stretch and all this stuff?
You will feel
for a
the
bit?
burn the next day.
Sweeping,
Yeah.
he's right.
So
You're going to feel it the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to get prepared for this.
The sweeping part, like, it's a workout.
And if you want, bring a helmet.
Okay, there.
Yeah,
Patrick
please do.
Mahomes with my
Yeah, that's right. With your guardian cap.
special girl. Yeah.
Well,
Who's
you know,
that?
if you fall,
Who's
like,
that weird girl with the helmet? That's just
I'm
Jasmine.
sure there's occasionally that person that will wear a helmet.
Oh,
Actually,
Well, just in case. I've seen it before. If you slip, you don't want to bump your head on the
usually you
ice.
fall on your butt.
Not if you're like. Some people could fall hard in other ways.
Well, it depends how inebriated they
just
might
got to be careful with all of that.
Yeah.
It will be a fun time. It is a good time. Usually.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next EST event. I feel like it's been a
Well, the
minute,
first
you know?
event that's going to happen,
Yeah.
which will be the Sunday prior, will be Super Bowl.
Oh,
at
Super
Century
Bowl!
Casino Sports
My
Bar and
favorite-
Lounge.
yeah, my
So call
favorite EST
Century
event.
Sports Bar and Lounge if you want to reserve your table, because they will fill up quickly. I think Dusty was telling me somebody's already booked their table. I was telling them
That's awesome.
this weekend that his table's already booked and his hotel room's already booked.
Yeah,
He's just
actually.
spending the night.
So my girlfriends who aren't sports people, but they heard like how much fun we had last year with my other friends. So now they just want to come. Like they just want to come for the vibe.
Yeah, it'll be, and just the TVs, they're all there. It's great to watch. It's wonderful. So it's back-to-back weekends where we got big EST events.
Awesome.
We've got the Super Bowl at Century Casino, and then we will be at the Shamrock. Which, honestly, you could, if you don't curl, you could come by and watch some of it and just
Chill.
Have a good time.
have a couple
Yeah.
of bevies.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They have 6 o'clock lager on tap there. At least they
Nice.
did. Hopefully they still do. Brent P via the inbox says, I have seen some seniors almost end their life falling backwards on the curling ice. Good point, Brent. I did not think of that.
Okay.
Seniors do
Make
like to
fun of
curl.
us.
Eric says, no
Yeah.
joke. I've hit my head twice on the pebble.
Oh my goodness.
So there you go.
Great.
Well, you're on ice.
How
now
inebriated,
I'm anxious.
especially for Rick.
Inebriated.
Because when he has a good time, he's having a good time.
Awesome.
The EST Hangout, Tom, Jasmine, Matt with you here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, and tune in, iHeartRadio, YouTube, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, wherever you get your podcasts. It is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada's storage experts, more than 2 decades of helping Canadians through life's transitions. Right now, snowy savings on first 4 weeks free, plus free cancellation. Check them out, sentinel.ca for more information and to find locations nearest you.
Very nice.
Coming
Look at
up,
that.
we've got the Lock Shop, 11 till 12. We got 2 guys in a goalie. We got the EST afternoons. We got the Reed Wilkins show split into 2 because right in the middle of the Reed Wilkins show, we'll have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show as Tommy and Hernan will get you set for Oilers Bruins. And they will also have the postgame show for you tonight once that is over to recap everything that we will see down at TD still.
TD Garden.
It is still TD Gardens.
The Garden.
in
Man,
Boston.
That is a neat place. They've put so much money into it. They have this ramp at TD Garden where the buses for visiting teams have to go up. And it's like maybe 12 feet wide and like 50 feet high. And they back up this ramp. And you're like, oh my goodness, what if this guy takes it right through the barrier? We're going down 50 feet. It's incredible. And it's because it's built over the train station. And it's built right beside where old Boston Garden used to be. It is a very, very neat place.
Yeah, I went to Boston a few years ago, and tickets were so expensive
Well,
to get
hockey's
in
very
there.
important there.
It wasn't even hockey; it was just to see the Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't even like the Celtics. I think LeBron was playing that day too, though.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I know, but they were like ridiculous. Boston's a very expensive city.
Mm-hmm.
Nice city though.
Mm-hmm.
Screw the Celtics.
Yeah, screw.
Although I would like to
Celtics.
see their court. They have one of the best courts in basketball.
What is it called? The pattern that they have on the court?
I didn't know there was a name for it.
I thought they had a name for their court.
Their court, like it's iconic.
I'm pretty sure there's a name for it.
And I don't want the NBA Cup stuff. Why do they keep showing me the NBA Cup? Show me the actual.
Just
Like,
rubbing it in Matthew's face.
like,
Yeah. I've been to a Celtics
Yeah.
game.
It's just an awesome look.
Yeah, you have, hey?
Yep.
Is the crowd rowdy?
I actually think they played the Raptors that night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bruins fans tend to be rowdy.
Yeah,
right?
they're loud. They're
Yeah.
into it. Actually, Philadelphia has good fans, like good sports fans.
But they're the mean ones, right?
They're mean.
They
Yeah.
can
but
be,
they're
but
on
they're
top.
mean to their own team too.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, fair enough.
Boston
Yeah.
is very into it and excited, and they have a good time. It's a good sports city, and they've got a lot of reason to celebrate.
Josh Clausen knows these things.
Yeah.
Parquet.
Parquet. Thank you, Clausen.
Nice.
That's what it's called.
That's the one. Clausen knows because he's smart,
Yes.
and he's turning up the heat around here finally. Thank you,
Ah.
Josh.
It's 2 degrees today for the high.
Perfect.
Tomorrow
Is it?
3,
Nice.
Thursday 1, Friday 4, Saturday 2, Sunday -1, Monday -1. January, I always feel like we could get hit with this hard,
Yeah.
deep cold
I agree with you.
for an extended period of
Oh,
time.
we will.
And but to start, it's like that's at least getting us through half of January without it.
Yeah.
And then honestly, like then
Spring's around the
we're almost done
corner.
January.
Yeah.
Feb's a short month. We get
Yeah.
Super Bowl, we
Yeah.
get Scotties, we get Briar, we get the Fun Spiel. It's going to be March, and then right there, it's almost over.
Spring.
It's almost done.
Kane's
I'm
back
off
in the
to
line.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Don't get too hung up on that idea.
He's back in the lineup.
No, back by March, I'd say. Right?
Well, you had
Who's
something
that?
on that.
Yeah,
on the oil
nobody.
stream.
The update is no one truly knows what the timeline
I
is.
see.
Yeah. So
Um,
maybe not.
Did you guys see Lauren McDavid's post?
Actually, I'm glad.
Oh,
we're
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's launching
Hashtag EST foodie. Yeah.
she's
Excellent.
launching a bar in
Yeah,
town.
Bar Travaux and Travel Living.
And it's in a really nice old building
Mhm.
that probably
Beautiful.
needs a lot of money and renovation
Mhm.
in a good spot. It's right by Woodwork
Right.
and Sorrentino's, Hotel Mac.
Yes.
I saw that yesterday. The commish Quinn Phillips reposted it.
Mm.
Excellent. Good. We need more spots downtown.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be lovely. I know I don't think she renewed her lease on the place with her Kylie and Co.
What is that?
I think it was like on, I want to say like 124th.
What is it?
Oh, like her company,
Should've-
her interior design company.
Oh,
She had a really nice pad with like an outdoor patio. So she didn't renew the lease. I think this might be her new jam.
Oh,
I don't know that.
awesome.
This is just, I'm just guessing. Yeah.
why?
I had no idea.
There's like you're not launching a restaurant or a bar if your husband's like, yeah, I got 2 more years left.
Mhm.
I'm leaving.
And that's the thing, though.
Like, so you look at from a hockey perspective,
Yes.
fully making the roots in the city.
Yes.
You know, she launched her clothing line with the Oilers,
Mhm.
which I think has sold really well.
Yeah.
Now she's putting a bar here. Leon signed, like all this, like
Yeah.
How do you guys not know it's a
No, we know,
foregone
but
conclusion?
there's for others, like I think it's for the rest of the hockey world to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
okay.
like there's no way that there's anything that's come like now she's
Yeah.
putting in this bar. And also I will full credit like going to downtown and downtown could use a little extra love
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
and putting
COVID was
something
not
there
kind to
which
downtown.
No.
hey, maybe this is one of those things like that little area is pretty nice. You know, Rice Howard Way with what they've got You know, what is
Craft,
Craft,
Yeah, and they
Bianco,
shut it
Bianco.
down. Yeah.
Soren,
to
like, and
hang
then
out.
if you want a little more
Woodwork.
upscale restaurants, like Ruth Chris is right there.
Yeah.
You've got Sorrentino's
Craft.
that's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
And then if you're
Bianco.
adding this, like,
I do too.
maybe help build that area up a little bit more. It's awesome.
Yeah, great location.
Yeah.
Great, beautiful
Yeah.
building for sure.
It's a landmark, I believe.
Bronco Nick. It used to be Japanese Village back in the
Oh,
day.
was
Yeah, I can't remember that.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that going to that Japanese village. I didn't realize it was in that building.
that's the old one. And then the Japanese Village that was on 104th Street, that's gone now, unfortunately.
Oh, that one's been gone for a few years now.
Yeah. I like Japanese Village. It's really good. I know it's on Gateway, I think, now. Bronco Nick talking about the city. He goes, city's a joke. Physically, I have seen plans to repurpose the Coliseum. City doesn't want to sell it to a private investment firm. I know they want to do like a development there, but there are issues that the city needs to take care of to help downtown, I think, as well. And hopefully it does that. But yeah.
Well, I think the one thing that's going to put some fear into the city as well, though, is I think there was extra costs. Like Blatchford hasn't developed as quickly as some would have liked.
That plan wasn't great.
They've come across various problems of as they're digging up. They have found things, and I think there would probably be a lot of problems if you tore down Northlands and start digging up that area.
Well, it's a marshland, first of all. I'll tell this story. I remember talking to, it was George Waselenchuk and Chris at Northlands. They were, Chris took care of the ice, George the facility, and Northlands, the arena, the Coliseum, was built on a marsh. It's a marshland, apparently. And the actual pad where the ice sat on had heaved so much over the years that by the penalty box, there was only like a tiny bit of ice there because it had heaved and gone up. And there was a team practicing, and they were doing tight turns by the penalty box. And the guys from the rink crew were like, "Ugh, we hope they don't cut too deep because they're gonna the players are gonna literally cut into the ice and hit the cement pad." Because and the city and the Oilers were not putting any more money to fix up the old rink so that they could posture for the new one. And and I think I was reading the article about demolition. They're gonna have to they can't just blow it up. They have to.
That'd be so cool.
They have to dismantle the building. They have to go in asbestos, lead from the paint. There's all kinds of toxins in there because it was built in 1974. So yeah, it's gonna be a process. And I don't know if you guys have seen like the old Remand Center on 97th Street, or was it 101st? 97th.
Yeah,
they're
it's
dismantling it as well. So
I want to see a good demolition, like blow up.
that'd
be so much fun. I saw a video of Penn State's going through a $700 million renovation for a new press box. They tore down the press box and it just fell all backwards. I'm like, that would be so cool.
You're like Fred. You're like Fred in the garbage trucks.
Oh, as a kid, I used to love garbage. Who doesn't want to watch? What, you don't like? You don't want demolitions? Maybe it's just a guy thing, man. I want to see something get blowed up.
blow it up. Well, they just blow up the Tropicana to make room for the new stadium.
How
in
cool
Vegas.
would it have been to have been there and watch it get blown up?
Amazing.
Yeah, it'd been amazing.
Yeah, I mean those like big buildings when it's like and they just
And then they just
the
crumble.
art of that. Yeah,
That's also
Like,
scary,
the
too.
Basement. Yeah, freaking so scary.
It's like our building, 32 stories, and it could just go like that. And you're like,
Yeah, if somebody puts the proper
well, it takes weeks
stuff
to,
in there, and
it
you know,
takes
like,
weeks to like set
Okay.
that up.
somebody
Yeah.
could just go today and set some things up and boom.
Not on my floor.
It's very impressive, like how like they could go and like make it just fall, like if it's a tower, like just fall on itself.
Yep.
And not impact other things. But yeah, I want to see. That would have been cool. I would have been there for that. They were gonna blow up Coliseum. I would have loved to have been by there and watch it go. Psh.
But just same here, by the way. But just to those that are like, oh, they need to do something with that rink. Oh, it's such a. Just get over it. It's over. I spent every waking hour of the day working in that building. I loved it. It served its purpose, and I think we can kiss it goodbye and remember the memories.
Lucas does don't knock garbage trucks. Fred will watch hours of garbage trucks compilation videos. That'd be fun.
Such a cutie. So Zendaya, let me just quickly get this in here. she is officially engaged to Tom Holland.
Did they say it's official?
Yes, they made it official.
Round
So-
the clicks for
Round the
Zendaya.
clicks.
Yeah,
for
our
Spider-Man.
girl. So he over the holidays he asked her dad for his blessings before he proposed. Isn't that so sweet?
That's very nice.
I think so. They've been dating since 2021, and I think they're gonna wait on putting on a wedding date because they have projects going on, both of them. So that's also I'm happy to hear.
Yeah,
both
she's got
of them have
Euphoria
projects.
soon.
Yeah,
He's working on. Actually, I think she's in it too. Christopher Nolan movie.
yes,
And
So-
he's
she's
the
in it
next
too.
Spider-Man as well.
exactly. So I'm happy to hear they're doing projects because they both everything they do is so good.
This is a real life Spider-Man and MJ getting together.
Yeah, that's where they met on the set.
That's beautiful.
Right? I love that.
Yeah.
So romantic.
By the way, I think Andrew Garfield might be my favorite Spider-Man.
Okay, I know you said that before. You have to see what he wore at the Golden Globes. His suit was like, my goodness gracious. It's so
He's
beautiful.
a dapper guy.
He is a dapper guy, but that suit, if you want a new suit or suit ideas, boys,
Let me look.
it was so
I'll
good.
I'll get the
I think
boys
Rip
from
City agreed with me on this one
the
too.
boys from Modern Measure on it. Andrew
Yeah, that's what I'm
Garfield.
saying. New suit idea for the rink.
All right.
It's like Maddie's shirt color. Really nice.
I do like it. I do want a nice green suit.
Emerald green in
Yeah.
particular.
Oh, this one. But that's a tux, isn't it? Or is that a suit?
It's a suit.
I don't like the baggy pants though.
Yeah, I don't do the baggy pants.
The baggy
That's too
pants. I hope
Hollywood.
that goes away quickly.
But the color and the shirt, the tone on I like
Six
how it's
button.
all one color, the same color.
Yeah. I don't know if I could pull something like that off.
Yes, you can.
Not for a hockey game here.
Well, you
I'll
also
do a
gotta
green suit for a hockey game.
green looks good
Emerald
on you
green.
now, so you could pull.
It looks
Yeah,
black.
do the green. Tom, you may need a little bit of color.
What?
Andrew
'Cause I'm-
Garfield suit.
because I'm
No, I need to
pasty?
see
No,
this
not
suit.
pasty. Fair. Fair.
That's very nice of you.
Golden Globes, right?
But for
Yeah.
something like that, it's a one-off. Yeah, okay, but
I mean, it's
It's
a nice suit to wear to a wedding.
yeah. It's not practical.
Oh yeah,
I see
no,
what you mean, so I wear it
that's
multiple times.
Yeah.
that's way too baggy and stuff.
It
I
doesn't
do
have
like
to
the
be baggy,
color.
though.
No, I like
I
the
don't-
color.
yeah,
The
it
color
can be
part of it.
fitted.
I do also like with the black lapel.
Yeah.
That
that's
part
right.
I think makes
It's
it look sharp.
Very, very nice suit.
Somebody else was wearing
That's
green
pretty nice.
recently on a NFL broadcast, I believe it was. And I was like, that's a sharp suit.
The guys
Big fan.
on the Prime broadcast
Best
usually
dressed.
have pretty good looks.
Yeah, the women and the men best dressed.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You going through your notes?
yeah,
All
I
right.
noticed you have, we're kind of last half an hour. So, what is Wolfman? A recommendation by, or not recommendation. Reed was talking about he's most forward looking to Wolfman, but what's 4DX?
What's Wolfman?
Yeah, what is Wolfman?
Oh, it's supposed to be like a scary movie that's coming out. in January.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming out.
He's looking forward to watching Wolfman the most. Whereas we were talking about like other movies.
It has Anthony Hopkins in it, Emily Blunt,
Yeah.
Emily Blunt's great. I watched Fall Guy.
Hugo Weaving, who was
Great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
On Prime.
Lord of the Rings as Elrond.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the question though?
What is 4DX?
4DX.
That's got to be like the
It's
new
coming out.
technology on TV
Yeah.
on screen.
A 4DX is, I think, like if there's wind, it shoots wind in your face.
Cool.
and
Oh,
stuff,
I think they have that in Vancouver.
So Google's AI, when I Googled this, it's a multi-sensory film presentation. So motion seats that move and sway in sync with the action on screen.
Like D-Box.
Environmental effects, winds, rain, snow, scents, fog, lightning, and other effects that simulate what's happening on screen. There's air blast impact on your back, flashes of lightning from the side of the screens.
Cool.
That's 4DX. I think
Scotia
Scotiabank Theater in Edmonton, which is West Ed,
I haven't been to that one in a while.
I believe they have 4DX. Yeah, they do have
That'd
4DX.
be awesome. I like when you get the glasses.
Yeah, 3D's the best.
I hate glasses.
I love 3D
I'm not gonna
movies.
lie.
I love it.
I do not want to watch. I don't want to watch with glasses if I don't need to.
Oh,
Like I just have my normal glasses,
the
and then I put something over my
3D.
regular
Get
glasses.
LASIK, bruh.
I don't want to.
I did. It was the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah, and I'm waiting 15 years from now to see how your eyes are.
They're gonna be great.
I've heard that you get one, you could do one readjustment. Like you could do it once. Like you will need it one more time. I believe is what Jill Foote once told me.
I don't know. I just know I have to go in for my checkup next week. So there's that.
I don't like D-Box seats because I get distracted when it's like moving.
Where do we have these?
But this is that 4D stuff. The seat would move.
Yeah. So I'm just
Oh.
thinking about all this other stuff going on.
Are you thinking
around
like
me.
that virtual reality type things that move while you're doing it? Like you don't like those?
No, I don't mind that. But like when you're watching a movie, you know what I'm talking about? D-Box? It like vibrates and then like moves.
No. I usually watch a movie on my couch or the movie theater across the street from our building.
Yeah, okay. Well, if whoever does D-Box, I just find it's like you're just concentrating. All of a sudden your seat's like, and I'm like, I lose focus on what's happening. So this 4DX, let's see how that goes.
Bronco Nick says his sister got LASIK and she wears glasses. You will need reading glasses.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I basically use them
Everybody.
for now, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm with you though. Like I'm waiting. Like I want to.
I want to see how
LASIK as
life goes for these people.
Yeah.
Jack Michaels got LASIK like 25 years ago and his eyes are still. He just
My
got
mom,
reading
too.
glasses and he's just 50.
She got it when I was a kid. I remember.
Some like
her eyes
things
were fine.
touching my eyes and going in my eyes.
It's
and
such a neat experience.
Yeah, they told you that you're going to be blind for a few.
You go
no,
blind for like 3 seconds.
No,
It's wild.
I'm good.
I'm so
Also,
glad I did it.
every time I've gone to a movie in 3D, I haven't enjoyed it.
She's my
With
best
throwing
friend.
those ones
She got
on.
LASIK and she wears glasses. She had a terrible experience.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, she
I
was
had a
blind in one eye.
wonderful
If
experience.
then
my
they had to
eyes ever
do
go
something,
completely
yeah.
bad, I will go that way.
Yeah.
But
I loved it.
with where my eyes are right now, I could read like the wall. I could read what's in front of
You
me.
know-
I could read my card. I'm happy. I'll live with what I wear for
Except
glasses.
I wear contacts and I've been wearing contacts since grade 8. But
I will
you know-
not wear
You know what
contacts. I
she
won't touch
said
my
before
eye.
she got before her procedure happened? She said are they doctors?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, she said
What do
Optometrists
you
are doctors,
think?
yes.
yes.
They're doing
Hold on.
surgery.
Okay. So she said that he walked in and the first thing she noticed was his laces were untied.
So?
Well, think about
I
it. And then
feel
her
like-
eyes got all messed up.
I feel like she got in her own head and somehow.
Sorry,
'Cause, like-
San. I know you're listening. You're triggered by this.
Well,
I remember that
I get where
story
she's
when-
coming from.
yeah.
Like, if the guy doesn't have, like, can't notice that his shoes are tied, how's he gonna figure out proper
Exactly.
laser in
like
my
you
eye
just
and
think about
fixing
like
my eye?
how smart or
Like, is
the
this guy
intelligence
really that
person-
attentive?
Yeah.
What's he gonna
Or
miss
put
while he's
together-
trying to fix me?
You know it.
Exactly.
You know it's like a machine that does it, right? And he just basically like double checks and pulls the flap after it gets cut
So
by
he
the
has
laser.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe he's gonna miss something and screw that up because he's not. His attention to detail is off. At least that day, it's off.
Exactly. His
That
attention to
day, his
detail
attention to
is off.
detail isn't right there.
And
his
she's-
Oh,
brain's
boy.
not on. His
Yeah.
brain's not at 100 that it's supposed to be. I understand where she's coming
I
from.
feel like-
I don't think I would have ever noticed
Oh,
that. I don't
boy.
think I'd
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
look at those
Something to
things.
think about,
But
right?
if I did look and I saw that, I think I would probably be like, oh, shoes are untied.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh my! Now you're getting to okay. Ask her if she needed the like person to like console her during the procedure because they have like I don't know if it's a nurse or what, but they'll offer to go in with you, hold your hand. Like they'll pet my brother when he got LASIK. He's like, yeah, this really hot nurse was just like holding my hand and petting my arm as I was going through it, asking me if I was okay. It made me feel at ease, and I was like, really? And then I noticed as I was about to go in for the LASIK surgery, a very nice young lady was like, are you okay? Would you like some medicine to calm your nerves? Would you like me to come in with you? And I was like, no, I'm very excited about this. Thank you very much. And then there was an older gentleman that was going in for a procedure and he was very nervous. And I was like, I think that guy needs you more. And she was great with him. And, I had a great experience with LASIK.
Like a therapy dog. That's unreal.
But yeah, it's this like really nice
I'll
nurse.
ask her,
And she's
but-
very friendly. And like my brother's like, yeah, she was petting my
Yeah.
arm and made me feel so comfortable.
Knowing San though, she's cold hard. So and she's a nurse herself, so she's probably like, don't touch me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ken in the nasty chat says all the surgeons at Gimbal Eye Center wear glasses, all of them. If they're all wearing glasses, what do they know?
Oh, good
What
point.
do they know? What do those guys know and gals know? What do they know?
Pay attention to the details.
What do they know? Why didn't they get LASIK?
Yeah.
Why
they have,
haven't they got it
they have, like
done?
a wrinkly shirt or something, or
Well,
yeah,
not
I
that,
don't
but
know.
why aren't they getting it done? They know something's
You
off.
guys are crazy.
They know something's off.
Beer League Brad via the inbox says, I had LASIK done 16 years ago and I am still better than 20/20 vision.
Right
I would
on.
recommend anyone to get it done. And then another text said, LASIK was totally worth it. And then another one says, I saw the latest Ghostbuster movie when it came out in 4D box. It was awesome, and we'll watch more movies in 4D.
Okay.
And it's not stop saying I seen. It's you saw or you have seen.
Say it again.
It's bad English.
If you say
You're
I
talking
seen,
to-
it's improper English.
I seen. You say
I went
saw.
and saw. I saw this movie.
Okay.
Big Uke does say I got astigmatism, so pretty sure I couldn't get LASIK even if I want to.
I had one.
Also,
and
I
they
look weird
fixed
with.
it.
Well, I was gonna say I have. I didn't know because I think I have a astigmatism. Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Stock, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com.
Boom.
I don't. If eye doctors aren't getting it done,
So
I don't trust LASIK. Then
if you're getting knee surgery and your surgeon walks in with a limp, you're going, I can't do this.
No,
why aren't they
that's
fixed?
different.
Well, why aren't they? Why haven't they?
What if?
Like, if I went for a nose job and I saw a doctor and he had a terrible nose, I'd sit there and be like, why don't you have a nose job?
True.
Huh?
True.
Why don't you believe in what you are doing? Why aren't you believe in what you are selling? If these people are doing LASIK, why aren't they believing it enough to do it themselves? It's one thing I love about the lock shop, Dusty and Huss. They don't just give out bets. You know they are putting their money down with their bets. They're not like some of the other people across sports television, which they say, oh, do this bet. But you know they're not betting. You know that they've never placed a bet down in their life. These doctors are doing the surgery, but they could go get it done and they're not doing it. Why aren't they doing it? I want to know why.
Oh my goodness. You know, it's funny because like the doctors that have like the crazy hair and stuff.
They're the best.
They're the best. They're actually the smartest ones,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh, Ken, the reality for the surgeons is they don't trust the other guys and would only do it if they could do their own surgery.
Probably.
So if they don't trust the other ones, why should I trust the other ones? I don't trust any of them now.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
goodness. Brent P says, 15 years with PRK eye surgery, still sharp vision, one of the best decisions I made. Also had an astigmatism. Boom. There you go, Big Uke.
I have a question. Since when did Food Network change into Flavor Network?
So Food Network is still there, I think.
Okay.
There's been a shift in television in Canada because Bell lost the licensing with a company. I forgot which one. It might have been with Discovery. So they no longer could do a couple of channels. And then they jumped on with another US company to launch new channels here. And so there's USA Network never was here before, or used to be here long ago, but USA Network, we now have USA Network in Canada. Bell has launched that because they lost, I think that one was Discovery. But there has been this whole shift in Canadian television and which US companies can't just bring up channels here. The Canadian providers have to do that. They have to launch these channels. They have to be a certain amount of Canadian content and stuff like that. So they have agreements and deals with the companies down south. And now, so there's been a huge change where now there's like this Oxygen channel and there's a bunch of other channels that have shown up here. So that's all started in like January. So you'll see a little bit different. There is still a Food Network, I believe, here.
Is that same with Home and Garden? It's changed its name as well.
I want Canadian Food Network.
There's a lawsuit going on with, I think, Shaw or Rogers and that.
Warner Brothers Discovery Networks is a licensing thing. They had Discovery Channel, HGTV, Investigation, Magnolia Network, and Food Network. They have now signed up with Rogers Sports and Media for their licensing. So now those channels have been relaunched, and I guess they'd be on different numbers maybe or something, with Rogers now controlling it. And Bell has relaunched their own stuff, which is USA Network, and there would have been Flavor, whatever you called it.
I don't like that name.
Bell USA
Flavor?
Network.
Is there a show like about Cupcake? Is it Cupcake Wars or something like that?
I think Jesse Palmer is like the host of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Jonathan Torrens asked me if I would be interested in hosting that show, and I said I should apply for it. This was like 15 years ago, and I was like, no.
Well, look,
No, I'm not.
you should have.
That was a mistake.
Yeah,
Although
clearly.
if Jesse Palmer's doing it, I have no chance.
So then Bell had it. So back to this, Bell confirmed with Discovery they have created. They're going to rebrand USA Network, and Discovery is going to be rebranded as USA Network. Investigation Discovery rebrands as Oxygen True Crimes. They created an agreement with NBC Universal Global TV Distribution to do that. So there was anyone that has cable and stuff, they will have seen a lot of changes on their guides, and it's just various rights agreements have changed launched as of January 1.
As long as I've got Discovery Channel and Smithsonian and History Channel and the sports channels. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I need
Ancient Aliens.
I need Food Network or Flavor Network in my
You
life.
now get more. Well, now you get more cooking.
Yeah.
Just that simple.
Yeah, that's right.
Chief Andy. It's like trusting a hockey sportscaster's opinion who's never played hockey. But that's not dealing with like your body, right? There's a difference there. I don't trust
I
that
understand
doctor with
where
it.
Chief
Like I'm
Andy's
saying, if
coming
they're not
from.
getting it done, because I don't want to go blind. I just don't.
There's a risk for sure.
Mother Seducer said, I had LASIK about 10 years ago and have had no issues, had astigmatism, and it was fixed by the surgery. It was the best money I've ever spent. I had the
Oh.
same experience with Mother Seducer, except mine was 2 years ago.
saying that's where I'm going to wait still a little longer. Just a little
How
bit
long
longer.
are you going to be 50 years old? But okay,
you're
perfect. Do
right.
it now.
And that's perfect time. My eyes now have gone bad, so I'll get LASIK.
By then, they're going to be bionic eyes.
Perfect. Then I miss LASIK and I'll go right to the bionic eyes.
Ugh.
I hate wearing glasses and I hate
Really?
wearing,
I
hated
actually love wearing
contact.
glasses.
That's why I
I
got
have nice
LASIK.
glasses too. Yeah.
But because like every morning I had I was myopic, so I could only see like about 2 feet in front of me.
Yeah, so yours was serious though.
Like my prescription is only like -2.5, -3, somewhere
that's
around there.
fine.
Yeah, but mine's are 0.75.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Then you don't need it. I'm like
I
a
need it
minus
for-
4.7.
No, I need it for driving like at night. It just makes things sharper.
Yeah.
And things that are at a distance, it makes them sharper. I still
For
like
sure.
see pretty well.
Yeah.
So that's where like for me, I'm not doing it because I
was like,
I don't like I
couldn't see
coming to
anything.
work today. Glasses were on. Glasses are gonna stay off until I drive home. Sometimes if I'm in the main studio and I'm wanting to see the little monitor we have, I'll have glasses on.
Do you
so people see me
squint?
here. When I'm looking at far ways, I could sometimes.
So the issue with that is you're going to get wrinkles.
Oh shucks. What it?
Oh, shucks.
Bro.
That's called being part of life.
Yeah,
you know,
it
growing up, I'm not a fearful of wrinkles. I'll say that.
Oh.
But glasses, like they're a fashion thing now. Back when I was young, you were a nerd.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
wow.
But now you can get really nice glasses. I like the glasses I
I like
have.
really nice glasses.
But-
and I just don't like obstruction on I just don't like anything on my face. And like,
Getting
It
up
sucked
in the
wearing a
morning.
mask. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, getting up in the morning, like I would reach to my night table and I would feel for my glasses.
Same,
and I
yeah.
would put them on, they'd be smudged, and I'd be like,
exactly. And I was cleaning them. And I like
contacts,
even,
like you said.
even on my in my dashboard when I'm driving, I don't like anything in the middle. I don't know how people can put something there. Like
Yeah.
I no obstruction. See it all.
I'm with you.
No, I'll go right to LASIK before contacts.
I had contacts like
I don't want
Jasmine
no.
since I was 13
No.
and
It
glasses.
sucks every day.
sucks.
Put them in, put them off.
They get dry.
Yeah, they dry.
They hurt after a while.
do.
Get headache.
Watch me get lazy.
Now I
First
can
world
see.
problems.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Going back to my notes for anything else.
All right.
Do you want to talk about Joy Taylor?
No.
Okay. I'll take that off the list. You guys can Google it.
You told me about it earlier.
I
There's
just thought
nothing
it-
to say.
Yeah, there really isn't, but man, Skip Bayless. Ugh. I guess. Oh yeah. Do you think Deion Sanders will leave Colorado and go
So-
to New England?
It's not New England. Well, no,
You don't
Mike
think?
Vrabel will go to New England.
Yeah.
Former Patriot.
Mm,
It's while we're doing the show today, I've been seeing it. Before we started the show, Titans fired their GM.
that's right.
Deion Sanders sent a tweet out with like, that's interesting, or like eye emojis or something. He had tweeted about that. They
Interesting.
have the first overall pick.
Exactly why I asked. Yeah.
Do the Titans go get Deion Sanders?
And he takes his
drafts
Yes.
his son, or he gets his son. Although some teams are apparently saying his son they don't have him as a first round grade. They're watching film on him and they don't think he's going to be a good quarterback in the National Football
What do you
League.
think?
I don't think he's a good quarterback.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Cam Ward is the other top quarterback in this. I wouldn't use a first round pick on Cam Ward. And Cam Ward played for both my schools that I love cheering for. He was at Washington State and transferred to Miami. I like Cam Ward. I wouldn't waste a first round pick on him because I don't think he's going to have it in the National Football League. His decision making is just not fully
Yeah,
there.
like he's a quitter.
No, that happens. Like he doesn't want to get hurt. He's protecting himself. He's not quitting at all with what happened there. It's just he'll make. Look, you never want a quarterback that throws interceptions, but there are times where like you can't throw an interception, and he finds when he throws his interceptions, they always seem to be in the worst times. Like you're in the red zone, you're down 7. Oh, there's the pick from Cam Ward. Like, what are you doing, dude? There's always just that problem. He always makes that mistake. I when Dion went to Colorado, I didn't think he was there long term. And I don't. He's going to leave somewhere. Someone's going to give him the job, and it's going to be a circus wherever he goes after that. If the Titans do it, they deserve everything coming for them because it's going to fail. The Colorado wasn't great. They were better. There's no question. I'm not saying he's a terrible coach. They were better, but he also got to use the transfer portal to bring a lot of people over. I don't know if there's a lot of NFLers that are sitting there going, I want to go play for Dion. I'm going to Tennessee to play for Dion.
Yeah.
It's a different league. It's a different,
tougher to motivate pros
100%.
as opposed to college kids who
they're in different parts of their world. But there will be a team that will make that mistake that will go get Dion. And he'll bring in his son, and it's not going to work or something. But are the Titans that team? They don't seem like that team. They're the boring team in a sense. They don't do that type of stuff, but maybe they will.
They were close a couple of years ago, and now it's kind of like losing or letting Henry walk. And I don't know, man. Titans are they've dismantled themselves, it feels like.
Who was it? Somebody, Jake was talking about, and Haas, when I was on the Lock Shop last week, there was I forgot how it worked, would there be a team that, was it the Patriots? And this is maybe where the Patriots came up before, where could they, and maybe this is where you got that one from, because I think it was them. Would they trade Drake May for, like, would they, if you don't believe in like the QB group, could you trade him for like the pick above you or below you or something? And then the Patriots have 2 picks in the top 3 or whatever, could draft Hunter and Sanders and then go sign Deion Sanders. But Robert Kraft's not that guy. I don't think Robert Kraft would do that circus. And Mike Vrabel just seems like the guy that's going to New England.
Yeah.
Personally.
Interesting.
You almost hit everything.
What do you mean? On your notes?
Yeah. I guess I had quite a few notes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nerd alert.
I'm impressed with myself. What's that?
Nerd alert.
Do you guys have anything before I have like little small points? Nothing crazy.
I'm just excited about TGL today.
Yeah, you are. I'm actually proud. Like, I feel happy for you.
I'm excited about this.
You are.
It's going to be a good time. And
very good.
They've got some names, and we're in the fun part of golf season for me. I love the West Coast swing. We just had the Century this weekend. Is it the Sony Open that's coming up this weekend? They'll eventually come to the main island or mainland where they'll hit. There's Farmers Insurance Open, I know happens. At Torrey Pines is an event before that. We got Pebble coming up. We got Waste Management. It's a good time. And then, not before you know it, it's going to be Masters season.
Is that April?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be Players Championship. There'll be Players Championship. Players Championship. Then we'll get the Masters not long after that. Great time.
Let's go.
Got NFL playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Scotty's Briar.
Yeah.
F1 season starts very soon.
10 weeks, apparently. That's crazy.
Pitchers and catchers probably report in just over a month. Josh Clausen. Woody Johnson is crazy enough to go all in on Sanders. And I don't hate it. Oh, come on, Josh. Come on. You should absolutely hate that.
But he
This is why you do it to yourself, Josh. You do it to yourself.
Which reminded
we got 3
me.
minutes. So
Okay.
if there's something.
Sure. So Oklahoma City and the Cavs will be making history tomorrow.
Why?
It says Wednesday's showdown marks third ever NBA game between teams on double-digit winning streaks.
Oh, I thought it was going to be
That's
with
huge.
like this point of the season with so few wins meeting, but okay.
That'll be on tomorrow. I don't think it's on TV. I tried to
Who
see.
was it again?
It's OKC and Cavs.
Yeah, because they're the 2 teams that have less than 10
Yeah.
losses this season, both of them.
Let's
like
see.
combined, I think they have 11 losses, or maybe it's 9.
Wow.
OKC also beat Clausen's Knicks. I watched that game. It was good.
Clausen says, love me some Prime. No, no, Josh. No. Don't.
Aaron Rodgers, Bones says Aaron Rodgers will be the first NFL player coach for the Jets. Oh, God. It feels like they're done with this.
The Jets will be done with it. I don't know who would take a shot at Aaron Rodgers after this.
I need to finish Enigma. I have 1 episode left. I was pleasantly surprised with the entertainment value, and it's neat to know where the craziness comes from.
The second episode was good too.
It was really good, yeah. I was like, okay, this guy's nuts. But it's like he's in pursuit of perfection. But the way he does it is, his method is ridiculous in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
Hangout's over.
I was gonna say as a joke, be like, "Oh, the Canucks are playing the Capitals tomorrow," but whatever, who cares?
You do.
You're a pseudo Canucks fan.
Well, we've got the lock shop coming up. You got like 20 seconds here.
Oh, nothing. I'm on Tuesday. I'll see you guys Tuesday.
Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. As I said, lock shop. We've got two guys and a goalie, EST Afternoons, the Reed Wilkins Show, as well with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show in between there. That gets going at 4 o'clock with Tommy and Hernan. And we got the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show, all getting you set for Oilers and Bruins. But as I said, coming up next, it is the lock shop on behalf of Tommy, Jasmine. I am Matt. Thanks for tuning into the EST Hangout. Presented by Sentinel Storage here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports Lock Shop in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today,